the NFL.
Okay.
So, let's go ahead and do this. Open up your NFL standings there, John.
But I would argue that there's maybe less than 10 teams with a need.
That's the thing.
I think that if you so if you go through the AFCs, Buffalo set, Miami set, New England, Mac Jones, are they set?
I think they're probably still open to conversation.
All right, Jets are set.
Are they?
Well, they're not going to draft a quarterback, are they?
Why not?
Because Aaron Rodgers is coming back next year, and
for maybe a year, though. You still
right.
want somebody.
I mean, you may want a developmental quarterback.
All right, we'll give that a half. So right now we're at 1.5. All right, Baltimore's set. Cincinnati's set.
Yep.
Cleveland's set.
Yep.
Pittsburgh, is Kenny Pickett set?
It's very early in the year. I thought he showed flashes last year, but he was awful.
Small hands.
Okay,
right.
so we'll go 2.5. We'll say that's one of them. Houston just drafted the Ohio State kid, so they're set. Indy just drafted their guy. They're set.
Anthony Richardson.
Jacksonville set.
Trevor Lawrence.
Tennessee, they'd be well, although both of their backups are good. Will Levis and Malik Willis.
Oh, Will Levis is probably
and Malik Willis,
guy.
both first-round picks.
Mayonnaise in his coffee. Can you really trust that?
Mayonnaise in his coffee? Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I think
eats a banana.
I don't think they would either trade for or draft a quarterback.
I don't
next
either.
year.
I think Tennessee sees something.
Kansas City set. Chargers set.
Yep.
Raiders, I think, are looking, Greg.
Yeah,
Yes,
Raiders in the market.
looking.
Jimmy G isn't Jimmy G on a 1-year contract?
3.5.
Yeah.
Now here's the most interesting one.
3.
Here's the most interesting one.
Yep.
Denver.
Yeah.
They have him for like 4 more years, right?
I know.
But I mean, if he plays like he
it's a
did
big contract,
last
too.
year, yeah,
I know.
But don't you want to try to develop a quarterback if you're
Yes.
Denver?
Yes.
Doesn't Sean Payton?
I think
want
the
his
question
own
we should be
quarterback
asking
to
is:
develop?
would this team, whatever team we're talking about, consider using their first-round pick on a quarterback?
Yes.
And I think if you apply that to Denver, the answer is yes.
I agree. I agree.
All right, so in the AFC, that's 4.5.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll go to the NFC. Dallas.
Well, no, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I
Because
think
they,
it's too early.
traded for Trey Lance,
and they just won 40-0.
Yeah.
And same thing with the Giants. You have to say no because they just gave Danny
They just
Dimes
gave-
all that money.
Yep. Gave him a huge amount.
Eagles, no.
Terrible. Eagles,
Commanders,
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're at
Sam Howell's
5.5.
gonna get you
Well,
so far.
they like Sam Howell apparently.
I know.
Yeah, but
They just drafted
again,
him in what 2022.
okay, but Greg, apply this to it. Would the Commanders consider taking a quarterback
in the first round? No, I think they just took Sam Howell.
Well,
Depends on
let's
what they
go.
do
Okay,
this
we'll
year.
do that. We'll make it another half, and we'll call it a full.
Another
So we're at
half.
5. Bears, no. Lions,
the Bears.
No, Bears are no.
Yeah.
They think,
they're
they
all
think
in
there's
on
something.
Justin
They went all
Fields.
in.
They are.
Green Bay,
Lions, no.
no. Lions, no. Green Bay,
No.
no.
Minnesota,
Vikings, maybe.
yes.
Yes.
Now,
Minnesota,
strangely,
yes. I've been saying it.
because and you know what, you're right. I was watching that game last night, Greg, and I went, Kirk Cousins is good, but there's just no indication that they're going to bring him back next year.
Nope.
I think Kirk Cousins could be the quarterback of the Rams or the Jets next year.
And he's going to be traded. He could still be traded mid-season. I could
Right.
see him being traded
All right,
mid-season.
so that's 6.
Because they're 0-2 and possibly could get worse.
And they went 13-4 last year. I
Yeah,
think
but-
they
okay,
could wind up
you
dealing
go
him.
through that, but they went 13-4. They won 11 one-score games.
But they still went 13-4.
And
I don't care what the score was.
But wait, Mace, you agree with us, though, that they would consider taking a quarterback in the first round.
Well, sure, regardless of whether they keep Kirk
all
Cousins
right, so
or
that's
not.
6. Atlanta, yeah, they would. They don't have anybody entrenched. That's 7.
Yeah, that's one.
Carolina,
Desmond
no.
Ridder,
New
that's
Orleans,
another.
no. Tampa Bay, yes.
Yes.
That's 8. Arizona,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
for
they have
sure.
Josh Dobbs, who's been in the league
wait,
forever.
hold on. They gave Kyler Murray $200
done.
million.
He's
And
been
they are-
2 years. He's done.
They're tanking for Caleb.
All right, so that's 9.
Yeah.
Rams, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
Matthew Stafford's older.
Right.
That's 10. Niners, I think, are a no.
No, they're a no.
I think they're a no.
And
Brock
Seattle,
Purdy's
I would say yes. Geno only has had one good year. So
Well, they
Tyler
just
would.
signed him
Tyler
for
would say
4
no
years.
way. Quarterback of the future.
Yep, he would.
Yeah, they just gave him that big contract.
All right, so he's a no.
I
think
he's
it's a no.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm outvoted on that one. So we finished at 10. 10 out of 32.
That's probably right every year. There's probably
Yeah, that's also
always
about
10 teams
the
in the market for
number
a
of
quarterback.
coaches that get fired every year, roughly. Maybe
A
a
third.
little less.
A third or so.
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
or 6 usually every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Because there's more than, and I don't.
And by the way, those things are linked. If your quarterback stinks, your coach normally gets fired.
Correct. Or if you take the wrong quarterback, your general manager and front office usually get blown out.
But there might be 5 or 6 NFL caliber quarterbacks coming out this year.
I agree.
Caleb, Drake May, if Sanders comes out, Michael Penix at Washington. The kid playing at Notre Dame is really good. The guy that transferred in.
Yeah.
He was in the ACC somewhere and he transferred in.
Sam.
This could be a big year for quarterbacks in the draft.
Yeah. And I think that you said earlier, if the Rams hang with San Francisco, and again, I think they're going to beat them outright.
Okay.
If they hang with San Francisco, and San Francisco wins a one-score game, I think that's a pretty good sign for the Rams.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean
they won't think it, but we will think it.
Yeah, but if you can hang with them, because I remember after 6 games, my goal was to be 3-3. We already got one in the bank, and we got one at Indy, and one Arizona at home. So the other 3 are very tough. Mm-hmm. But if you can get to 3-3, you're in a good spot. All right, coming up next for you, going to spin the wheel of questions. Lots of stuff coming up today. 2 o'clock call of the day. I'm going to give everybody here a chance to win 10,000 of my mythical dollars. Everybody
on the call?
I will tell you. Coming up. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, Barbecues Galore sells Weber Grills, and they're the best. Weber Grills are built to last. Innovative features, top-of-the-line construction, best warranty in its category. World-class customer service, and always the smartest choice when buying a grill. All Barbecues Galore stores are Weber Alliance dealers, and that means they carry everything Weber has to offer. With their low price guarantee, there's no better place to buy your next Weber than at Barbecues Galore. They also have extended financing available. Barbecues Galore has been around since 1980. Our buddy Henrik Stepanian, who runs that place, has been with ESPN LA for the whole time Mason and I have been here. With football season in swing, they're stocked with inventory, and they get you covered for those Sundays where you want to have a barbecue. Check out the flagship store in Irvine at the Marketplace, or do what I do, go to that great website, bbqgalore.com. Barbecues Galore, not just a barbecue aisle, a barbecue store.
Passion, pride, intensity.
LAFC!
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy! So is this game! So is this rivalry!
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here!
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy tomorrow night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it,
awesome.
but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I
it's
am the best poker player at the station. I have demonstrated that repeatedly.
One time you beat Ireland last year.
And if you want to lose to me, you can come to our Mason and Ireland Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th and register in advance. It's absolutely free. Go to espnla.com, and there are up to $5,000 in prizes for that tournament.
Is there a bounty on you?
There will be a bounty on me, but
me?
No one will get it, and lucky if Bergman's at your table.
biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Let's see what comes up on the wheel today. Okay. If you received $1 million for each year you would spend in a maximum security prison, how long would you stay before checking out?
It's $1 million per
year.
Per year?
Yeah. Brian Cohen, I'm sentencing you to jail, maximum security prison, but you have the ability to eject and get out of jail at any time. But if you stay for 1 year, you get $1 million. 2 years, you get $2 million. How long are you staying?
I think I could last 1 year. Just one and done.
You take $1 million and then you check out of the...
Right, yeah. And if I left before the year, I wouldn't get anything, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I feel like I could do a year for $1 million.
Bergman?
I could will myself to do that.
So I'm going to kind of contradict myself because I said that I would go for a year if I had a snitch on somebody. I would do that. I would not snitch on somebody or give up to money. But just to go, I'm not going. I'm not losing a year of my life with my daughter for $1 million.
Yeah.
Greg?
Yep.
I'm exactly the same way. Not taking the deal.
Nope.
Don't want it.
Nope.
I'll find another way to make $1 million.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm not going to prison for a year.
There's no way I would go to prison. I mean, I saw Oz. I know what goes on. Seriously.
And maximum security, you can't do anything you want.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would say no way. So, Brian, you're the one guy that's going to the can.
And by the way, none of us...
a year later with $1 million.
None of us are coming to visit you because you're an idiot.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. I don't blame you for trying to make $1 million, but it's a life. It's a choice, right? I presented it as a choice.
Prison is scary as hell.
Hell
$1 million
no.
I'm
going to
come out with like weird tattoos and
you have weird tattoos now
that somebody put on me. It's like, and all of a sudden, you've got your roommate is bossing you around a little bit.
If you, okay,
that's the way
Mason,
I phrased it. Yeah.
If you had to, I required you.
Mm-hmm.
To take one of Bergman's tattoos and put it on your body. So, Greg, how many do you have?
6. I got great tattoos.
Which one are you taking?
Take any one of them. Yeah, that's a good.
You're taking the Vin Scully one?
Vin Scully tattoo
Easy.
is timeless.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, timeless.
When you first got that tattoo, I thought it was a little weird. And now that he's passed, I bet you get a lot of compliments on it.
I get more compliments now. Even myself, I was like, I like it, but when he was alive, I was like,
it is a little awkward,
Do I need his name on my body? Now I like it. Now I love it.
Now you love it.
I would never
for
do
good
anything
reason.
about it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you see the weird story about, you sent it earlier this week, about Dak Prescott and the full leg tattoo?
So, Greg, now that you're in management,
Yep.
I'll throw this one at you.
Okay.
Dak Prescott.
I was in management before, too.
We just didn't pay attention to you.
Don't pay attention to me now.
Dak Prescott got a full leg tattoo that was so elaborate that he went under anesthesia for 11 hours.
Wow.
And then his leg got infected.
Well, I don't think they're allowed to do that.
So the Cowboys found out about it when he showed up with an infected leg. If Mason and I were to do something like that, like we decided to go full sleeve tattoo somewhere.
Yeah.
And it was anesthesia. And we did it on our own time. Like we didn't miss shows, but I show up with an infected leg. Was I under any obligation to tell you?
No. Your life is your life outside of here.
But is that true for an NFL quarterback?
See, we're not professional athletes.
Yeah, no.
I would imagine that he's got something in his deal that says anything medical, he probably has to tell
I think he needed a permission slip from Jerry in order to do
also,
this.
an infected leg affects your ability to play football.
Right.
So
right.
that affects the team.
Yeah.
You getting an affected leg doesn't affect your ability to talk on the radio.
Right.
But it would affect my ability to dance, and I'm a fabulous dancer.
Oh, yeah. I've heard.
Really are.
We've seen
We've
the
seen
fingers
it.
like this.
What are you talking about? I got the sprinkler and the
Timeless
dice and the lawnmower. Come on.
You have the grocery
I
card?
can do any of those without a leg, by the way. I just realized.
None of them
They're all
are
upper
leg
body dances.
moves. You're right.
Yeah.
So, I would never do a tattoo that required anesthesia.
What are you talking about? My friend Tom Westoff, the dentist, gave you anesthesia to get your teeth cleaned.
There's a difference between anesthesia and laughing gas.
What is it? You're under.
No, no, you're not under. Laughing gas, you can still have a conversation with laughing gas. Oh, yeah, with laughing gas, or what do they call it? Methane? Not methane.
Methadone?
No, not methadone.
No.
What are you talking about?
Nitrous oxide.
Methadone is what you do to heroin addicts when they want to get off the
No,
heroin.
You're not far off.
No, you can have a conversation on nitrous oxide.
Oh, I thought I was under all these years. I was under the impression that he was putting you under to clean your teeth.
Putting them under is like what
full anesthesia.
Full anesthesia, like you're under propofol and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's that Michael Jackson killed Michael Jackson.
Here's
right?
the thing I will say: tattoos. Everybody says it's not that bad. It is. It's really bad.
Oh, you're a baby.
It hurts a lot.
It did not hurt.
Greg, are you done at 6?
No.
You would be open to getting more?
Yeah, I want to finish off my arm and get a full sleeve tattoo.
You're going to get a full sleeve?
Yeah, but
Greg,
I want to get like water.
What I realized is when you get a full sleeve, you will be cast on selling the OC on Netflix, the show that Juan's making you watch.
Right.
All the girls, tremendous upper body strength.
Yes.
Enhanced in every way, shape, and form.
Right.
All the guys, full sleeves.
Nice.
They're all good-looking guys, but they're full sleeves.
You know, I've started to wonder.
I think the tattoos make you look better, like you're a more attractive human being now.
I don't think you can help me.
We're in an age, like, for example, like in your mom's.
Lisa wouldn't like it?
In your mom's generation, nobody had tattoos.
Very few people.
Right.
Yeah.
Now.
Maybe military guys.
And then when did they really pick up? Like 80s? Was that sort of the birth of like everybody getting tattoos?
80s, 90s, and it's been
in the
really
NBA now,
you're
you're almost different if you don't have one.
Right.
Almost every guy in the NBA has them.
Yeah. I think that the thing about tattoos, first, they hurt. Second, the biggest thing is they're supposed to mean something. I don't like the rant. What do you mean you don't believe in it?
If you're
going to put a tattoo that has no meaning on you?
I don't specifically. I have one that has no meaning.
Which one?
I have a 13 under my arm here.
What was the original concept?
They were giving away $13 tattoos of the
Oh
number
my
13
God,
on Friday the 13th.
That is so great that you were honest. Oh my God.
Wow.
If that would have been me, I swear I would have said, just to show that I'm not superstitious and not scared of the number 13, I wear number 13, and he just went full honesty. That was awesome.
So they were giving away free 13 tattoos.
No. It was $13 to get a 13 tattooed on you for Friday the 13th. And it was supposed to be like a thing with my ex-wife. We were going to get every Friday the 13th, get a different 13 around her body. It's supposed to be good luck. Like you're talking
you know what
about,
I'm going to say?
What?
Idge Bowl. Telling you.
Let's go get tattoos. Let's all go get tattoos.
Skydiving.
And then tattoo.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm
totally game for a tattoo.
Yeah. Brian?
Yeah, I don't have one, so.
You don't have one?
I don't have any.
Okay.
Would you get a Mason and Ireland tattoo?
No. Get something that's meaningful to you. We cannot possibly be meaningful to you yet. You've only been working on the show for, what if we really meant something to you, then I would say.
Hey, Brian, get a lightning bolt. That would work.
mean,
You're a Charger fan.
It would work.
A lightning bolt tattoo too is kind of cool.
It's going to disappoint me more and more.
I think that's the one.
Yeah. Bergman, what would your next tattoo be?
I told you, my next tattoo is going to be, I'm going to finish off my sleeve. My half sleeve.
With
water around it, because I have a koi going from here to here, and I'm going to put water in to make it look like a waterfall, so it'll be blue with some white to make it look like a waterfall.
And Brian, what would you get?
I have no clue. That's why I don't have any.
Oh, I want you to start thinking about this.
All right.
Because I think we are going to have a Mason and Ireland let's go get tattoo. John Yang?
Let's do it.
Oh, no, I'm not getting a tattoo, but I'm skydiving. I'll skydive.
Okay, skydive, but
you wouldn't get a tattoo like on your back or like on the...
What about like your wife got a dragonfly on her little toe, her baby toe?
Yeah, I'm not even doing that.
No.
Lisa wouldn't like it?
No, I'm not. I don't wish, as Lisa laughs because I use this line all the time, I don't wish to be unnecessarily inconvenienced. You get enough inconvenience in life naturally.
Right.
I'm not doing it to myself. Like you just said, it's no walk in the park to go get a tattoo.
It is not as easy as people
like a little
say
sting.
it is. Oh, no.
Yeah, but
it's
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah, no thanks.
When they're doing the lines hurt more than when they're
The lines hurt
shading.
when they're
the
coloring
shading
in.
doesn't hurt.
The coloring in doesn't
And let's
hurt.
face it, have you guys ever met anybody in your life that is that could pull off a tattoo less than me? I mean, think about that.
You should get the Lakers logo on your forehead.
Yeah, that's when they would fire me.
I don't think they would.
I did that.
Why? It's a Lakers logo.
Why do they fire anybody? I mean, come on.
No, I know, but it's a Lakers logo. You just
Get a raise for that.
gotta support the team.
Support the team. Like, buddy, face paint.
right.
It'd be amazing.
Hey, I want to make sure everybody knows. And Bergman, we're down to just a few spots left in our poker tournament.
There's only 50 or less right now.
Okay. So less than 50 spots to be in our Mason and Ireland Poker Invitational.
Wait a minute. Yesterday was like 250.
Right.
What happened?
We filled up 200. We have only got 50 left.
Well, then hurry up, people, if you want to play.
Go to ESPNLA.com, sign up for the poker tournament, Commerce Casino on September the 30th. And there are $5,000 in cash prizes, including bounties on me and Ireland and Bergman. So don't forget to go do this. It's free. Go to ESPNLA.com and sign up for our poker tournament on September the 30th at Commerce Casino. All right, coming up next for you, 2 o'clock call of the day. What do you people got? Come on. It's
is this when you're going to let us win some of your mythical money?
No, that's a 215.
Okay.
215. I'm going to let you.
Because I have a mythical money bet that is strange because I need your help, Mason, and I'll explain it coming up. We'll do those at 2:15.
Cool. All right, and don't forget it's Friday.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
It's Friday.
That's right. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
I'm going to beat you in poker this time. I know you have your whole bet with Ireland. I get it,
awesome.
but no.
It's awesome that you believe that.
I'm a good poker player.
You know what it is? It's cute. It's adorable that you think you're going to beat me in poker.
It's not, I think, I know. I'm going to.
I
It's gonna
am
happen.
the best poker player at the station. I have demonstrated that repeatedly.
One time you beat Ireland last year.
And if you want to lose to me, you can come to our Mason and Ireland Invitational Poker Tournament at Commerce Casino on September the 30th and register in advance. It's absolutely free. Go to ESPNLA.com, and there are up to $5,000 in prizes for that tournament.
Is there a bounty on you?
There will be a bounty on me,
And
but
me?
no one will get it, and lucky if Bergman's at your table.
Passion, pride, intensity.
LAFC!
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy! So is this game! So is this rivalry!
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here!
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy tomorrow night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Ask Greg how many football games he's played in.
Oh, the old you've never played for the
I played JV football. I was a safety, starting safety for the entire season.
Yeah, well,
for the JV team.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete. Small hands, that was your problem.
Now, see, that's just not nice. Mason in Ireland continues right now.
Such a good mood on a Friday, getting ready to whoop some San Francisco 49er ass on Sunday. SoFi Stadium. All right, so 2 o'clock call of the day. Anything goes here. 877-710-ESPN. I believe the 2 o'clock call of the day has become a tradition unlike any other, Greg Bergman.
Bergman, this is your favorite time of the show, right? You get to answer the phones.
I look forward to this every day.
Yep.
I answer the phones, especially when Tyler's here and he can answer them for me.
Yeah, right, exactly. 877-710-ESPN. 2 o'clock call of the day. I got lines 1 through 42. John, which one you going with?
Number 33, in honor of Kareem.
All right, that is Bobby in Buena Park. Hey, Bobby, you're on 710. Don't ask us how we're doing.
Hey, guys. So I was listening to the podcast a couple of days ago, and then you guys had a channel draft.
Yes.
And John was complaining about how he pays for 500 channels, but he only watches like 10 or 15.
Yep. Right.
So I don't know if you guys know, but it may vary by location, but I have a Spectrum bundle where I pay the mid-tier internet, and for the cable, I only select 15 channels. And the basic channels are given like Channel 2, Channel 7, Channel 11.
Yeah, you get the local affiliates.
Right. But the 15 channels, I select like ESPN, TNT, Fox, and all of that for $120.
And so the
for
deal is
for $120 a month?
Yeah, and then you get to select, every month you get to select which channels you want to activate or deactivate.
Really?
That would cut my cable bill in half.
But let me ask you something. You said you have to dial down the quality of your internet to be able to do it?
It's the mid-tier internet, so like the mid-speed. So
mid-speed,
it's not
you
bad.
can get by with mid-speed, right? Oh, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. By the way, the people at Spectrum, if you call them, they will say you are caller number 647, and just wait in line. It will take forever to get to a living, breathing person. But it's very good advice. Very good advice, Bobby. I like that.
All right, thanks,
I
Bobby.
also got one more thing, guys.
Yeah.
So also a couple of days ago, you guys, Greg was giving you guys stoner questions.
Yeah.
So I have a stoner question for you guys.
Dude.
So if Pinocchio told you his nose will grow, will it grow?
If Pinocchio told you his nose would grow, would it grow?
I don't get why that's a stoner question.
Dude.
Because Pinocchio's nose grows when he tells a lie.
So, there you go. Okay.
Excellent.
Think about it.
All right, Bobby.
Okay,
thank you.
I'm going to give that a good think.
Take that call from Eddie in Marina Del Rey.
Oh, hey, Eddie in Marina Del Rey. What's happening, man? Don't ask us how we're doing.
Does June 17th, 1994, what does that mean to you in the world of sports?
Well, Eddie, it's one of the most it's one of the most famous days in sports history. It was the opening of the 94 World Cup. It was the day of the OJ chase. It was Arnold Palmer's last day at a U.S. Open, last U.S. Open he ever played, and
the NBA Finals.
And the Rangers got their parade in New York City that day. It was one of the busiest sports days ever, Eddie.
And Arnold Palmer played in his last U.S. Open.
Geez, just think if I would have mentioned that.
Oh, you forgot about that one, yeah.
I'm sure you guys know ESPN did a wonderful, wonderful 30 for 30 with no narration. It was all done with the actual sports events for that show.
Yeah, it was very good.
All the announced. It's incredible.
Yeah, it may go down as the busiest sports day in American history because all those things happened on the same day. And OJ dwarfed
the World Cup started.
Yeah.
The World Cup started in USA that day.
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie, thank you. Yeah, reminding us of a great day in 1994. I remember the weirdest part about that was I was filling in for CBS on a national talk show called The Gil Gross Show. And I was on the air, like coast to coast, and the OJ chase was going on. So I'm describing what's happening as we go along, and I'm in New York at a studio in New York on the Upper West Side watching OJ essentially drive through my neighborhood. It was
Right.
like a surreal experience to watch that.
So nobody knew what to do or how to cover that story.
Yeah.
Because they knew OJ was in the Bronco. They knew Al Cowlings was driving it. And they said there was a gun in the car.
Yeah.
So nobody wanted to ram the car or pull it over or what have you. And Jim Hill told me an unbelievable story once.
Yeah.
John McKay, the old USC coach, not the one we know, not JK.
Not JK, his dad, right.
His dad.
The legendary John McKay.
Was retired, living in Southern California. And Jim Hill's bosses came to him and said, yeah, Channel 2 owned a radio station. I think it was KNX.
KNX, yes.
And they went to Jim and they went, Jim, we got to do something. We got to advance the story. We got to cover it. And Jim goes, well, what do you want me to do? We'll get on the air and Phil on the radio.
Right.
So they tell Jim to go on the radio. And one of Jim's producers says to Jim, do you think if you called John McKay, he could maybe talk OJ into pulling over? And Jim's like, well, that assumes OJ and Al are listening to KNX.
Yeah, right. That's the problem.
In the car. And
but
they went,
wasn't there a point
do
where...
Do it. So they called John McKay.
Right.
And literally, this is it. Jim, we've got the legendary John McKay online with us, who coached OJ to the Heisman Trophy. Coach, a very traumatic day. Anything you want to say? Yes, Jim. OJ, pull over the car. This is Coach. It was the most uncomfortable, awkward 2 minutes of radio I think I've ever heard.
Meanwhile, OJ and Al are listening to Power.
Right. They're talking on the phone.
You'd have to go to every radio station and say,
trying to line up
pull over.
a private plane
Exactly.
to get out of there.
Yeah, that's funny. That was a surreal day. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a chance. Okay, let's be honest here. We do mythical money around here.
Yeah.
And we want it to be competitive. We wanted everybody to have a shot. Right now, I have got so much mythical money.
I'm not giving up.
I want it to be
You're
fair.
so ridiculous.
What do you mean?
All right, no, go ahead. I want to hear your offer. What are you offering to do?
Okay. I'm offering if you can I've got 5 games and point spreads.
Okay.
Beat me and get $10,000 mythical dollars.
Done.
Would beat you usually every time.
No, I don't think so.
No, how do you think he got so far ahead?
No,
right.
he put $500,000 on Wembanyama to go number 1.
No, we didn't let him do that.
No, that was disallowed. Right. I won like $2,000.
Like $5,000.
Right.
Yeah. So I've got the 5 games.
Okay.
You have to beat me outright. You can't tie.
So tell me who you're picking, and I'll go a different
Correct.
way.
Right. And Brian and Greg, you can do this too.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start with game number 1.
Are they college or pro?
These are all pro games.
Okay.
So what do you get if you win?
$1,000
From each of us?
Yes. If you lose
Fair.
to me, you get $1,000.
Yeah, we get 10.
Okay. Number 1 is Chargers -3 at Tennessee. Chargers -3 at Tennessee.
Okay.
What side are you taking?
Oh, I am taking the Chargers side.
So am I. I think Chargers are going to win that game.
Oh, yeah, I'm on
Chargers.
Chargers, too.
Nope, I'm
Of
on
course.
Tennessee.
All right, so Greg, there you go. Greg, you got a different one from Greg right there.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody else has the Chargers. Okay. Raiders +8 at Buffalo.
I got Buffalo.
+8. Eesh.
I got the Raiders.
Okay, so now you and I have a different one.
Yep.
Yeah, I got Buffalo there, too.
I got the Raiders.
So Bergman's on the Raiders. You guys are on Buffalo.
Yep.
Got it. San Francisco -8.5 at the Rams.
All in on San Francisco. 500 and whatever I have, all in on San Francisco.
Who are you?
And you are...
Where did you come from?
I'm Ringo.
And you are, and you are with who?
I'm Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo.
You're obviously taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, you better take the Rams. You'd have Rams. You have them for $50,000.
Now, this is strategic.
Right, you'd have to pick against him.
I'm taking San Francisco.
Of course you are.
Good choice, Greg.
I think it's just for winning. I want to win this bet.
Yeah. I'm actually going to stick with the Rams.
Are you?
I think that's too many points.
It is a lot of points.
But I still have the Raiders. I'm picking Buffalo, and you have the Raiders.
Okay. Bergman, you went.
I'm opposite of you every time.
No, not every time. You
I took San Francisco. I took the Raiders, and I took.
Okay. Oh yeah. So Greg and you are just polar
Tennessee.
opposites.
Okay. And Brian, where are you? San Francisco -8.5.
I'm going to go SF on this one.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Frisco.
Good choice.
Trained
you well. I trained you well.
Okay,
go with my man back there.
Baltimore -3 at Cincinnati.
Ooh,
it's a good
that's
game. Tough. Bengals started out slow.
Second week of Joe Burrow.
I'll pick first so you guys can.
Okay.
I'm going to take Cincinnati plus the 3.
I'll take Baltimore.
I'll take Baltimore, too.
I'm going to take Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, says Bergman. Okay.
So I have 2 different from Mason. Is that the last one or is there one more?
This is the last one. Kansas City -3.5 at Jacksonville.
Ooh, that's a tough game.
I'm taking KC there.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm taking KC also.
Brian?
Give me Jacksonville.
Brian.
Wow.
Let's roll the dice.
Trevor Lawrence, right. Okay, so everybody is different than you. Everybody has a chance.
Everybody's got a chance. And we'll try to make it a I also have 50,000 mythical dollars on the Rams minus the 8.5 myself.
Okay.
I made some bets also.
Oh, what do you got?
So I put 10,000 on Texas tomorrow minus 29.5.
Too many points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points,
but Texas,
man.
they're going to go off after beating Alabama. Okay. I have Detroit minus 4.5 for 10,000 mythical dollars.
Against Seattle at home?
Yep, against Seattle at home. I have Miami minus 2.5 for 10,000 mythical dollars. I forget who they're playing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I put all that also in a parlay for $5,000.
Wait.
Parlay.
I like it. See, I knew you guys would all come around.
And then a parlay, so I can win 60,000.
Okay, so Greg, I'm trying to do something similar. Here's my bet. Write this down, Bergman.
Just give me one.
This is a college parlay.
Okay.
How much?
I see some Coach Prime coming.
Did you win this bet yesterday?
No, I only hit one of them. One of the 3. So I lost 5 yesterday. I'm also betting 5 on this one.
Okay.
But it pays 11-1 when I hit it. So I'm going to get 55 back.
So what are you doing, 4?
4 games.
Okay.
So Mace is right. Riding with Coach Prime. Colorado minus 21.5.
Ooh.
Okay. Then Duke minus 16.5.
Good defense.
Okay. Georgia minus 27. They're playing at South Carolina.
You need a hook.
Oh, so I get the better end of the hook. So 26.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Mace, this is where I need your help.
Okay.
I do not believe, I think they're going to lose, but I do not believe the Bowling Green State University Warriors are going to lose.
Falcons.
Same difference.
Yeah.
To the Michigan Wolverines.
By 40.
By 40. So I actually get 40.5.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
That's
Can
a big
your
number.
Warriors/Falcons stay within 40 of Michigan?
It would be really funny if you got every single one except
that one.
Bowling Green.
Green one. It's funny.
I would take it out on Oral Hershiser.
Yeah. Did I say I'm working on a project?
Yeah,
with
the Oral Hershiser Stadium.
Oral Hershiser Stadium at Bowling Green State University. Yeah. He saved the baseball program. Now wants to build a stadium. So we're working on that. Raj McDowell's also working on that with us. Also a Bowling Green alum. We should get Rob Blake involved. Also a Bowling Green alum. All right, coming up next, one quarterback legend says he'd be really kicking ass if he was in. That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, I talked to the guys at Mirror Audio Video today. They're the absolute best. And Mirror's been serving LA sports fans for more than 40 years. Why? Isaac and Roy and the team at Mirror can offer for you products and services others just don't have. Everything from sleek outdoor lighting to amazing sound from your outdoor speakers to one-touch control over your pool and your jacuzzi. How about designing and installing an outdoor theater or automating your window shades? Mirror can do all of that. Plus, and this is most important, world-class customer service. You know when you call some big company and they put you in phone jail? Mason was talking about you call Spectrum and your call wait number 267.
I've been on hold since Wednesday.
Not going to happen at Mirror. You call and Isaac or Roy picks up the phone, and just like that, you're taken care of. So do like we do and call Mirror Audio Video today, 310-234-4010. 310-234-4010. Or check them out at mirroraudiovideo.com.
Sedano.
Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa and Sedano and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Bergman, we may skydive without.
Without me? Yeah. You're going to go next weekend?
Yeah, I think so. If Ireland can clear it.
Jeez.
Well, no, just do your October 7th one, and then I'll go after.
If you want, Ireland, if you want to go to next week, that's fine. I'm going out of town.
No, do it. Keep it on October 7th, and then I'll do it after that.
Okay, October 7th it is.
Maybe I'll tuck Lisa into doing it with me.
Oh,
would she do it? She'd do it, right?
I think she would.
Yeah. Oh, she'll love it. She'll love it. I'll tell you, the one thing I'll tell you about skydiving is when I landed on the ground, I had a buzz. I was high for about 3 days.
I bet.
It's like, oh my God, I just jumped out of an airplane.
The biggest adrenaline ruch ever. It's so cool. It's so much fun.
Yeah, Brian, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
It'll be better than your concept of going to prison for 1 year for $1 million. I can tell you that much. All right, so there's
bungee jump too.
There's an NFL quarterback, former NFL quarterback, who's looked at today's NFL and says, I'd throw for 6,000 yards right now. It's
Peyton Manning?
No, Dan Marino.
He might be right.
Dan Marino might be right. Dan Marino might be the one guy who could throw for 6,000
Dan
yards.
Marino had the quickest release of the football I've ever seen, which is like out of his hand and gone 40 yards down the field.
Yeah, he and has anybody thrown for 6,000 yards?
I don't think so.
think so.
I was looking at last year. Two guys surpassed 5,000 yards.
Peyton Manning has the most with 5,477.
So nobody has thrown for 6,000 yards.
Somebody will.
Somebody will. Patrick Mahomes threw for 5,600.
Well, Tua already threw for 500 in week 1.
Yeah, Tua's on pace for it.
Josh Allen threw for 5,000 last year. Mahomes and Josh Allen are the only ones that topped 5,000 yards passing last year. So, but I think Marino is one of the great quarterbacks of all time. Joe Montana was asked recently, ranked the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He had Marino on the list, despite the fact that he never won a championship.
Yeah, and Marino is example is kind of like Exhibit A of never assume somebody's going back to the Super Bowl. He played in the Super Bowl in his second year.
Yep.
Never went back.
Never went back.
Wait, you said that Mahomes threw for 5,600 yards?
Yeah, I got him 5,614 yards last year, and Josh Allen 5,045 yards.
Everything I'm seeing is Peyton Manning. Maybe I missed it. It's wrong. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Let me do this, because there was another big story today, and I've lost my sound machine, but I'd hit the Seinfeld.
That one?
So thank you. The Lakers have extended Jared Vanderbilt for 4 years and $48 million.
Really good deal for both sides. And here's what I mean by that. That is $12 million a year. In today's NBA, that is a good price for a 25-year-old defensive specialist like Vanderbilt.
Right.
It's a really good salary. And it's very tradable if the Lakers ever wanted to trade him.
Right.
And I think it gives Jared some security because this year he may not play as many minutes as he played last year because the Lakers are so much deeper. You've got all these people. You've got Gabe Vincent coming in. You got Taurean Prince coming in. You got Christian Wood coming in.
Right.
You got Rui coming back. You got Austin Reeves coming back. Vando I think he's going to be a key contributor.
Right.
But I thought this was an inspired signing by Rob Pelinka for both. It's one of those rare deals where you look at that and you go, oh, yeah, Jared Vanderbilt would jump at that today.
Yeah.
And the Lakers would jump at that today. Really good deal for both sides.
Yeah, I think really good deal. It preserves this continuity that the Lakers have from last year's group. All those guys that were acquired. Rui Hachimura is here. Jared Vanderbilt's here. They actually acquired players who are young and who've got big ceilings. Vanderbilt, $12 million a year. He's only 24. Rui, $17 million a year. He's only 25. D'Angelo Russell, only 27, signed for $18 a year. Austin Reeves, 25 years old, $14 million a year, and Gabe Vincent, $11 million per year. He's age 27. And
by the way, you notice all those contracts between 10 and 20 million.
Yep,
those are contracts you can move if you need to.
Tradable contracts. Yeah. They preserve flexibility by being manageable contracts.
One of the issues with having Westbrook on your roster, and you guys all know if you listen to the show that I'm actually a Westbrook apologist. I like Russ. But his salary...
You have to keep apologizing.
Yeah, I know. His salary was so high,
yep,
$48 million or something, that's not a tradable contract. Rob figured out a way to trade it.
Right.
Because he's good at that. But these contracts are all very reasonable for both sides and easy to move if you need to.
Yeah, I think that... by the way, did Westbrook ever sign anywhere?
Clippers.
Oh, he did re-sign.
Got a good
with the
deal,
Clippers.
too. Yeah, like a 3-year deal, I think, or maybe a 2-year deal for like $10 million a year.
Yeah, he seemed to fit a little bit over there.
Yeah, and the one thing Russ always you can count on him for is he plays. He plays 75, 80 games a year. And one thing the Clippers need they need innings. They need guys who can, because Kawhi and Paul George miss so much time. So Russ actually does fit better with them than he did with us.
Right.
And even with us, he played, almost every game.
Right.
But we didn't need it as much because when I look back on the Russell Westbrook era,
yeah,
because
it was,
yeah, because I was so high on it when they got him, and I was wrong. I think there's only one ball, and Russ needs the ball. If he's going to be an effective player, what he does is puts up stats, assists, rebounds, scoring. And on the Lakers, LeBron needs the ball.
Right.
AD needs the ball. On the Clippers, Russ can just take the ball and keep it. When Kawhi and Paul George are playing, then he's got to work within that framework. But they miss so many games.
Right.
That he's actually a welcome addition for them.
Sure. He's a guy that's going to get out there and play when the rest of those guys are sitting for whatever reason.
And they sit a lot.
Yeah, they sit a ton.
That becomes part of it.
All right, so I've got John coming up next. This is interesting.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and
okay.
do your tease, and then I want to play that. Did you listen to that Whoopi Goldberg clip I sent you?
I did.
Okay,
we'll play that coming up. And are you concerned with your legacy? Your legacy. That's also coming up next for you. Then we got a little What's Up Fool coming. Hang out with us all afternoon long. Let me tell you about my friend Jacob. Wants to share a typical situation. This is typical. You get in what you think is a minor car accident, and your knee hits the dashboard, and you get out of the car, and you talk with the other person, and they say they zoned out or they didn't see you or whatever that was, and it's obvious the accident was the other guy's fault. Your car has damage, but it can still be driven. So you take pictures, you exchange information. Then after waiting a week or two, you get hold of the other driver, and they say, it was your fault. Oh, and when your knee was hurt, it hurts almost every day since the accident. It's going to be difficult to prove when you got injured. Don't put yourself in this situation. Literally, from the scene of the accident, immediately call Jacob. He's the only name to remember. Jacob. Jacob will work hard on your behalf so you can concentrate on getting healthy, handling all the frustrating paperwork, and receiving the compensation that you deserve. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So show me family.
They're the Lumineers playing tonight at the Hollywood Bowl. That's a concert. Everybody sounds better at the Bowl.
It's great. It's my favorite concert venue in L.A.
There's no question. I was watching the game last night on Amazon Prime. First of all, the one thing I don't like about streaming is you can't hit the back button and go back to something else you were watching. So, like, the Dodgers weren't playing last night, but I was trying to flip out of the game and back into the game, and you have to go to the smart TV menu, and then you click on that, and then you click out, and then you've got the smart TV menu. You want to get to cable. It's inconvenient.
It's very difficult. That's the one thing I don't like about cord cutting.
Did you see that they had an alternative channel for
yes,
Amazon?
but
Did you watch it?
I didn't flip over there, but the reviews of it are insane. Like, people love it.
There are so many numbers on screen. I felt like Russell Crowe in Beautiful Mind.
Right, but apparently, like the stat nerds were like ranting and raving about it.
Next gen stats are floating through the show. I mean, it's like really, really interesting.
Why do you think that worked for football, but when Apple TV tried to do it for baseball, it didn't work?
Because baseball is it's
so
slower, sit
game.
back and relax, casual. Football is smash mouth, hit 'em, action every 7 seconds.
But the numbers are the numbers. If you have numbers all over the screen, was it just not the right numbers that they used on the?
Well, I know
you saw that, right? On Apple TV?
A friend of mine is in charge of Thursday Night Football.
Okay.
And he told me that they put more time and effort into this next gen. What do you call it?
Next gen stats.
Than almost anything this past year. Like, they hired a guy from Stanford. He played tight end at Stanford.
Yeah.
And
Sam Schwartzstein.
Yeah, and
Schwartzstein, probably.
They put him in charge of it, and they said, we want you to go crazy. Just like anything that you think fans would react to, put it in the mix. And he, I guess, did, and he came back and he showed it to everybody, and they all went, we've never seen anything like this. This is basically the stock market on steroids.
Yeah, it really is.
To watch football. But I'm going to check it out next Thursday because I heard it was great. I just never flipped over.
Yeah,
there.
I'm not super smart, so I didn't follow all of it, but there were numbers everywhere, just everywhere. And it was like, you know what I'm talking about, Bert?
I don't
know why it didn't work with Apple. Everybody complained about Apple.
They said it was awful. It was horrible.
Some people, I love the information. Like, I love exit velocity. That's a stat I really like.
Getting a hit. Like, there was a whole bunch of stuff.
Probabilities of this.
Yeah.
Hey, so did you guys all watch the game last night?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You saw at the end of the first half that Justin Jefferson was running towards the end zone. He caught a pass. He's running towards the end zone. He gets popped. He's on like the 2-yard line, but the ball pops out and rolls over the pylon out of bounds.
Yep.
And by rule, that's a touchback.
Knew it the second it happened.
And I'm on Twitter. I did too. And I'm on Twitter, and I was surprised. I guess a lot of fans hate that rule.
It's a stupid rule.
Okay, but here's my question. I don't love the rule, but what should have happened there? If I gave you the ability to change the rule, what would you change it to?
I think I would just have it out of bounds where you get the ball on that, like, the 2-yard line where he lost the ball.
So, but the Vikings would maintain possession?
Yeah, they would maintain possession.
But you don't want to reward the hit that caused Jefferson to fumble?
He lost it. It wasn't even the hit. He just lost the ball. It fell out of his hands.
Would you be okay with that, Mace? You give the ball back to the team that had it on the 1? Or do you like the touchback?
I like the touchback. I feel like this happened with Todd Gurley.
It happened a lot of times. It happens all the time.
Yeah, but
Todd Gurley happened multiple
Greg,
times
were you
where
aware
he fumbled
that
into
most
the end
fans
zone.
hate this rule?
Yeah, I'm aware that most fans hate the rule.
I wasn't until I watched the reaction. Like, dumbest rule in the NFL. Why they still haven't changed this? What?
Right.
But
right.
Brian, would you be okay changing it to the Bergman rule? Right, give the ball to the team that just lost it on the 1. They don't, Greg. They shouldn't have to pay.
You shouldn't be able to fumble forward anyway.
Right, but you shouldn't have to pay a penalty for fumbling the ball out of bounds.
It was out of bounds. It was out of bounds.
But it wasn't out of bounds in the end zone.
It was out of bounds.
Then it's immediately flipped possession.
So stay with me here. Jefferson catches the ball. He's running. He's trying to score.
Right.
He's running to the goal line. Greg's right. He didn't really get popped, but he, as kind of a hangover from the hit when they knocked him out of bounds. He dropped the ball, and the ball went forward over the pylon out of bounds.
Yeah, that's touchback the other team.
That's the
Would
rule.
you be okay? That's the rule now.
Yeah.
Would you be okay changing it to Greg's rule? Give it back to the Vikings?
I'm okay with the current rule.
So you lose. Your team drove 99 yards.
This happened multiple times with Todd Gurley.
Right.
Where he'd get to the end zone, he'd fumble into the end zone. It was a touchback for the other team. The other alternative, okay, so take the Todd Gurley scenario, which happened twice in 1 year. So he fumbles into the end zone, and it goes out of bounds. Then what?
Nobody touched it. The defense didn't recover the ball.
But he also didn't maintain control over the plane of the ball.
No, so they get the ball where it was. If you want to give it to the other team, but I don't know. I don't like it. Think that you should maintain possession. You should have to recover the ball to get the ball.
Is Tyler out today?
Yeah.
He's doing the afternoon show.
You already just texted me?
No. What?
TJ Hawkinson, 2 TDs with little eyeball emojis.
Did he play TJ Hawkinson?
I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did.
He must have if he sent that.
He wouldn't send it if he didn't play it.
Well, that's a good point.
Bad on him. Yeah.
All right, so I have $10,000 on him to lose. That could hurt me.
It's starting to get to the point where you're going to have no mythical money left since you have $100,000 on him.
No, but I still get to bet that money, and then
you can't bet the money.
Sure, I do.
It's like, gone. You don't have that money.
No. Greg, it's like Jeopardy. I just go into negative.
We go into negative. We can't have negative mythical money.
Yes, sure you can. Matter of fact, pretty soon I think I'm going to have that. But no, on Jeopardy, they don't kick you out of the game once you lose. They just put you into the
Jeopardy.
negative.
This is betting.
No, I think that we should do so. You're.
We should put it to a vote.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think you should go negative.
But you'd rather have me completely out of money and out of the game?
I don't want you out of the game, but you should.
No, let the guy go negative. I could set a record for the worst performance in fantasy history.
Yeah. He can finish in debt.
If you go broke,
let it ride. Let's let this bet stand by itself.
Brian, what do you think?
I think it should be like some sort of buyback. Like you got to buy back in.
Oh, that's not bad. I have to do something like remember that's why I had to dump the water on Sleep.
We're not dumping water on anybody. We're not dumping water, but you have to do something to buy back in.
Okay.
You have to figure out what it is.
Yeah, so just keep track of what I'm losing, and then I'll have to do something to get back in.
So let me throw. I actually looked at the fantasy football box score here.
Am I in trouble?
Your team versus
who am I playing?
The According to Gordon team.
Yeah. Well, those guys are normally good.
Remember T.J. Hawkinson had that great night last night?
Yeah.
Not in the starting lineup.
What the hell? Boom!
He wasn't in the.
Tyler's gloating about it.
How do you gloat about that and not put him in the game? You're just saying you're a terrible fantasy owner. What is wrong with you? Oh my God, I'm so good at this that I put the guy on the bench.
It's basically I left 15 points on the bench is what Tyler was saying.
Yeah, who did he play at tight end?
I told him not to take a tight end. He doesn't have to.
We play three receivers.
No, you can play any 3 receivers. I told him don't take any tight ends.
Your league is so dumb.
And I told him, by the way, you never play a tight end. You never play a tight end.
Why? I mean, Travis Kelce's a great play.
Travis
Hawkinson is a good play.
Yeah. His receivers are Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, and Mike Williams. Pretty good receivers, but I mean, you can't brag about drafting TJ Hockenstein scoring 2 touchdowns if you didn't even put him in your starting lineup.
It means you're bad at fantasy football and had the wrong guy.
God, he played the wrong guy.
Why would you ever call attention to that?
I would have never said anything.
All right, so this is weird. That thing we were just talking about?
Yeah.
I guess Kyle Brandt from Good Morning Football, Greg, agrees with you.
Yeah.
He thinks that if the ball goes out of bounds. So someone tweeted at Kyle Brandt after he said this on Good Morning Football. Kyle, you should not be able to advance the football with a recovery in the end zone. And likewise, you should not be penalized if the opponent does not gain possession. So therefore, the ball should be marked where the fumble occurred.
Exactly.
So that's Gracing.
Yeah.
You know who wrote that text?
Who?
Mike Pence.
What?
Why is he weighing in?
I don't know if I like it in my take anymore.
But why is he weighing in on this? Actually, it's not stupid
if you're running for president, you got to weigh in on everything, including the rule at the end of the.
Dave Singer just sent that to us. Check your phone.
Mike Pence
is in agreement with the Bergman plan.
And so is Kyle Brandt, apparently.
No, apparently Kyle Brandt isn't. I had that wrong.
No,
apparently.
it's you and Pence.
It's you and Pence.
Geez. But either way,
you're polling at 1%. Congratulations.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. Brendan
rule.
Craig says it should be a reverse touchback where the team that fumbles it gets it on the 20 instead of the defense getting it on the 20, which I'm fine with that too. But you should not be able to advance the ball.
That what you just suggested might be the answer. It's a reverse touchback.
Right.
So since Jefferson fumbled the ball, but the other team didn't recover it, give Minnesota the ball on the Eagles' 20.
Right.
Back them up 20 yards.
No, I can live with that.
I'm okay with
So
that.
it's like a penalty for fumbling the ball.
Right. Yeah, I can live with that.
But yeah, because a turnover is too harsh of a penalty.
Exactly. You fumbled it out of bounds, so that means that nobody got it. Nobody recovered it, and you shouldn't be able to advance the ball.
I like that.
For fumble.
We have solved the world's problems.
There it is.
There it is.
It's the Greg Bergman, Mike Pence plan.
Let's
get
not
those.
add this.
You
Come
put
on.
those two heads
move
together. You got a big old brain
And a
making
big
new
old
rules.
fly in your hair.
Did you ever see that Saturday Night
If
Live?
you got it. You got
skit
it.
when they had
the bug on his head. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Last night I was trolling Frisco fans. You know who hates when I call the 49ers Frisco?
Anybody from Northern California?
Not stepdad Leo.
Oh, there you go. He's a Niner fan.
He is furious that I keep calling him. We should bring Now that's who I would have a bet with. I would have a bet with not stepdad Leo. I don't know what the bet would be.
Well, you would lose.
No,
the
I
Niners
will
are
not
better
lose.
than the
I
Rams.
will not lose.
Would he give you the points?
I will win this game straight up.
Straight up.
I will
Take
win
the
this game
points.
straight up with not. I'm happy to take the points. I took it with 50,000 mythical dollars. But can you really bet point spreads if it's a pride bet?
All right, I got the bet.
Okay.
Let's call Leo. You text Leo and offer him this bet.
Okay.
On Monday.
Yep.
If the Rams win outright, Leo has to come on the air and sing I Love L.A. by Randy Newman live on the show.
That's great.
And if the Niners win, you have to call Leo and sing to him on the air, I Left My Heart in San Francisco on Monday.
What about Sandy? Or what's it? The song that Jorge plays all the time.
The Village People song?
Francisco.
No, I Left My Heart in San Francisco is the most famous song. And you don't have to sing the whole thing. We'll say you have to sing 1 minute of it.
How about the Rice-A-Roni song? San Francisco treat.
Rice.
Rice. I don't even know if they make that anymore.
I don't even think that has words outside of what you just
San
said.
Francisco
You know what
treat.
we had a couple weeks ago, which is, I haven't done it in years. We had Hamburger Helper.
Oh, so good.
It's
is
so
good.
Friggin' good.
How old are you idiots?
It was
That's what you
so
eat. I haven't eaten Hamburger Helper since I was at UCLA.
It is so good. And I'll tell you what else is really good.
It's no Kraft macaroni and cheese. I'll tell you that right now.
Kraft macaroni and cheese is fantastic.
Pretty good too.
But the other one that I really love, I love that, and I love ramen. Those block of ramen noodles where you pour the hot water in and a little bit of that chicken. See, some of the stuff we ate in college
99
was
cents.
good.
99 cents.
You know what else we ate in college? We had a tube of chocolate chip cookie dough. We just eat that from time to time. So good for you.
Right now.
That's directly related to your stoner effect.
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough is delicious too.
That's
delicious. Probably my favorite of the
All right,
I would argue cookie dough is better than cookies.
Oh, hell no.
I know that's controversial.
Absolutely
Cookie
agree.
dough is better than
and
cookies.
it's the best ice cream too. Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Brian, am I right or am I right? I gave you two options.
That's a reach.
Coming up next, what's up, fool?
Yeah, what's up, fool? It's coming at you next. Mason, Ireland.
What's up, fool?
710 ESPN. If you own a business, and I did for lots of years here in Southern California, I got a way for you to make some extra money with Amazon Hub Delivery. So pay attention to this if you own a business. Let me explain it. Every day, Amazon will deliver packages to your business. Then you and your staff will turn around and deliver them, and you get paid for every package you deliver with weekly direct deposits. So you don't need any experience, don't got to sign a long-term contract, and if you refer another small business, you get $500, get some extra income for you and your business with Amazon Hub Delivery. It's a no-brainer. Go to Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
2:45 in the Southland. You know what we do each weekday at 2:45. What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. All right, now, John.
By the way, I wanted to mention, we just heard from Bryan Cranston. He's going to join us at 3 o'clock.
Awesome. And also, there's 5 spots left. 5 spots
That's
left
it.
for the Mason Ireland Poker Tournament. 5. That's it.
Strike now or forever hold your peace.
ESPNLA.com. Go there right now. 5 spots.
September 30, Commerce Casino. Come play poker with us. Go to ESPNLA.com and reserve your free spot.
All right, now, John, if I said to you, name me all the players that should have their number retired for the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
How many would you have? 1?
Reggie Miller, 31.
And that's really about it, right?
They had when they were in the ABA, they had a guy named Mel Daniels who was like an all-star every single year. But on the NBA years, I would do 1.
Yeah, 1. Okay, well, one person thinks that shouldn't be the case. Jermaine O'Neal says, I love Buddy Hield and the work that he's put in. My statement has nothing to do with him. It is disappointing to watch teams every year recognize and celebrate the players who have been the franchise's very best players on and off the court, but yet the Pacers don't. It's been confusing and disappointing to say the least. Jermaine O'Neal thinks that nobody should be allowed to wear number 7. What say you?
I think Jermaine O'Neal might be second to Reggie all-time in scoring for Indiana. We had that weird question that Mason messed up.
Since the
turn of the century, who had the most points for the Pacers?
And
it was Jermaine
O'Neal. Yeah.
When I think of Jermaine O'Neal, I do not think of number retired. I like Jermaine, but I don't think he should have his number retired.
I was just pulling up his number. I don't... to me, it's always like your instant reaction. My instant reaction is no.
And if you're the one arguing to have your own number retired, it's normally a bad sign.
It is weird. He spent
points.
He started in Portland.
So
then
no,
went to
he's
India.
not even second. So it goes Reggie Miller, Rick Smits, Billy Knight, Roger Brown, and then Jermaine O'Neal. He doesn't even have 10,000 points.
Yeah,
he has 9,580.
I think Jermaine was a good player. Don't think he should have his number retired. That's where I come down on.
So once he got there, he scored. This is just scoring averages. 19 and 10, 21 and 10, 20 and 10, 24 and 8, 20 and 9, 19 and 10.
So he was a double-double guy
He was
for
a double-double
the whole
guy
time he was there.
But I don't think number retirement worthy.
Yeah.
So
I'm Greg. I'm with you. No, thank you. No soup for you.
I'm going to pass, Buddy Hield. Keep your number.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, I saw a video going around the internet of Messi speaking English, but it's dubbed by AI. And it was at their latest press conference. So it kind of got my mind, thinking, would you be a fan of this? Take away the interpreters, but instead, for the press conference, just like Ohtani.
Right.
You hear him speaking English via AI.
So in
instead.
other words, the translation is immediate.
Right.
It's
So
like
he's-
watching closed captioning, right?
Correct.
Or
correct.
dubbed.
Dubbed.
It'd be kind of like
yes.
dubbed.
So it wouldn't even actually be his voice.
Right. It wouldn't be his voice. Like
It'd
the
be a
video going around
computerized
of
voice.
Messi, it's a completely AI voice.
Right. Well, with Ohtani, it would be the Angels would use a white guy, like they did. With
Yeah, like they did for their team picture. I'm not crazy about this idea.
I'm always impressed by, like, Alana Rizzo used to be great at this, where she'd, in the days of Yasiel Puig, she'd ask the question in English, then Spanish. She'd get the answer in Spanish, then she'd translate it back to English. I always thought that was such an amazing thing. But if you could just have, like, when you put on the captions on your TV and whatever they're saying pops up.
So you'd be
immediately.
okay with AI rather than the guy's actual voice?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Don't you?
No.
You'd be able to hear what they're saying.
I'd like to hear what their voice sounds like, hear their emotion in their voice. This AI thing's getting a little too creepy for me.
So I'll tell you one thing we did on the Culture Pop podcast. Remember the movie Coda?
Yeah.
And there was an actor named Troy Kotzer.
The dad on Coda, he won an award for it.
Won the Academy Award.
Yeah.
So we had him as a guest on the Culture Pop podcast, and we would...
He's deaf,
He's
for
deaf.
people who don't know.
So we'd ask the question, The interpreter would sign the question to Troy. Troy would sign the answer back, and the interpreter would give us the answer. It was it turned out to be a really good experience.
But too tedious or no?
No, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. They work really quickly,
really fast.
So there's not like a long delay. But it was a really cool experience. In terms of this, I guess if I wouldn't mind subtitles on an interview with Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, you get it right away. You know what he's saying.
By the way, there's a difference between dubbing and captions, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'd prefer captions that I could read what he was saying as opposed to some computerized voice dubbing him over.
Dubbing is just usually not the exact words that are being said.
Right.
Whereas the captions usually are. So, like, when I watched, what was that show on Netflix?
Squid Games?
Squid Games, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Squid Games. I watched it dubbed, and people told me,
same.
you can't do it that way. You can't do it that way. You're losing so much of the context.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to hear them talking.
Yeah. I walked into my dad one time. He was at my old house in West L.A., and he's watching a movie. And I'm looking at the movie, and I'm like, this movie is set to Spanish. My dad doesn't speak Spanish. He was watching a movie in Spanish with no subtitles. And I said, Dad, do you want me to put this in English? He said, I didn't realize it wasn't in English. My dad was just such a loopy guy. He would have sat there watching the entire thing in Spanish.
There you go. More power to him.
What's up, Foo?
There's another video going around social media right now. This one's a little gross. It happened yesterday in Florida. A DoorDash delivery driver dropped off the food at the house, was unhappy with the tip that he received, so he spit on the food. And the whole thing is captured on Ring camera and everything, and DoorDash has let him go, all that good stuff. But it's happened to me before where I've ordered a pizza from DoorDash, pepperoni pizza. When I got there, half of the pepperonis were off of the pizza.
No,
the seal was broken. Yeah, I'm not making this up. This is a true story. And you could see the little holes where the pepperonis were on the pizza.
Right.
So whoever delivered my pizza, helped himself on his
To the pepperonis.
Yeah, have you guys ever had like a delivery horror story kind of like that?
God, I don't. Well, not that I know of.
Right.
I mean, some of this.
I'm sure it has happened, but not to my knowledge.
And by the way,
if you know what I mean.
I think I'd rather not know now. I do think that you benefit from giving a good tip.
That's true, but
And
I
now
also don't think you should be punished if you don't.
Correct.
Right.
I agree. No spitting in the food.
It was on the bag. He didn't spit on the food, but still, he spit like on the bag that he was, giving it to.
That's awful.
Yeah, very
right.
bad.
And with Ring cameras, you can see everything. Now.
Right, and I don't know
when
how
are
you
people
don't
going to
see the
realize that everything's on camera?
Yeah. Yeah, we're under surveillance.
It's like
all the
last
time.
week when DK Metcalf lit up that guy from the Rams, thinking nobody was going to see it. It was like it got captured on like 20 different cameras.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I guess we put our trust in DoorDash drivers and Grubhub drivers and all that stuff. I think generally speaking, and by the way, so many people, UPS and Uber and all DoorDash and Grubhub and what's the one where you shop at the store? Instacart. All those people, a lot listen to the show. So thank you if you're out there and delivering and you're driving around and you drop stuff off at Brian's house. Don't take his pizza.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Pepperonis on the pizza.
Pepperonis. Don't take
I would have been more
pepperonis.
satisfied if they took a full slice.
Right, exactly.
Instead of, they touched each piece now. Come on.
What's up, Foo?
All right, speaking of some food, Burger King is in the headlines with a lawsuit they're facing for the size of their Whoppers. They are being a class action lawsuit. Says that Burger King uses photos for their Whoppers and advertisements that aren't the same size as what you get. Burger King says that it's actually a quarter pound of beef, which they advertise.
Okay.
But they're being sued for $5 million for false advertisement.
Okay, because the burger in the pictures
On the menu
is bigger than the burger
It's
in
smaller.
real life.
It's smaller, yes. So there's people are saying, we're getting gypped.
Okay. The problem with this is lawyers aren't stupid.
Nope.
If you get through law school, you got through law school for a reason.
Yep.
If Jacob were here, what I think he would say is a lawyer has multiple pictures of actual purchased Whoppers.
Right.
that are obviously smaller than the one on the menu.
Yep.
And it's going to force them to settle, don't you think?
I think this will wind up getting settled like a lot of these things, and a lot of attorneys count on settlements. Count on not going to court. A lot of attorneys, like, for example, Jacob will go to court on a case. A lot of attorneys, that's the last thing they want is to go to court. They'll avoid court if they can. So, yeah, I guess the Whopper, the case of the Whopper will be settled by an out-of-court settlement, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm surprised I even saw that. It's like, you can't actually believe that's what you're going to get. It's...
Right.
People, come on.
Yeah, come on. Come on, people.
What are we doing?
Come on, people.
Just looking for free money nowadays.
Exactly.
What's up, fool?
All right, speaking of burgers, I got one more for you guys here. Monday is National Cheeseburger Day.
Hey!
And so to celebrate, McDonald's is offering 50 cents burgers through the app just for that day. But Wendy's has taken it one step further. Their junior bacon cheeseburger is going to be 1 cent all week long next week.
Really?
1 cent?
1 cent.
Is another purchase required?
No.
Get out of here.
So
at least for the McDonald's one, actually. I'm not sure about the Wendy's one, but for the McDonald's...
So if I show up at Wendy's, I can get 3 cheeseburgers for 3 cents.
It was only one per person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the rub.
The kick, yeah.
And they're assuming you'll buy a drink or buy fries to go with it.
And
or
you
like that.
will.
Right.
Which is smart.
1 cent burger.
1 cent burgers.
That's
for a
great.
Week long.
For a week. Yeah.
Pulling by Wendy's?
I've got a Wendy's near my house. Wendy's, by the way, is very underrated. Their fries have gotten really good. They changed their fry thing, and they're now crispy. They're as close as you can get to McDonald's fries. But they've got the skin on. Really, really good. But yeah, 1 cent burgers is a good deal.
Pretty good deal. Don't pass it up.
I'll do this a little bit later on. Coming up next for you, Brian Cranston is going to join us. Last night, really cool reception out at SoFi Stadium, welcoming Dos Hombres as an official sponsor of the Rams. We got that coming up for you next. Mesa in Ireland, 7:10
Passion, pride, intensity.
LAFC!
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy! So is this game! So is this rivalry!
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here!
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy tomorrow night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
All right, go Rams. Sunday. 8.5. Well, the line is actually closed a little bit. I got it at 8.5. It's now 7.5.
All right,
so
people are
Rams
buying what
money.
you're selling.
Exactly. And a win here would be huge. Completely resets the expectations for 2023. Completely. If you come out of the box with 2 wins, you beat 2 divisional opponents, you're thinking,
and especially the Niners.
Yeah, you're thinking playoffs. You're thinking playoffs right away.
Why not?
And joining us right now, Greg, is a guy who is now his Dos Hombres is an official sponsor of the Los Angeles Rams. Bryan Cranston's on the line. Hey, Brian, what's going on, man?
Woo, 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 woo. L.A. Rams, baby.
Yeah.
Now, Brian, that's got to be exciting. I know you and Aaron Paul kind of grew Dos Hombres from the ground up, and now people can drink it at SoFi. Do I have that right?
We do. We have 3 cocktails all around the stadium. A Mezcal Mule, takeoff from the Moscow Mule.
Sure.
We have a Mezcal Margarita, and we also have a Mezcal Negroni, which is everything's delicious. It depends on your taste, which one you like best. But we have those 3 going on, and Dos Hombres is well repped.
So last night we were at that reception, and we were given an opportunity to taste each of the drinks.
Which one was your favorite?
My favorite was the Mezcal Margarita. I love a good margarita, and the Mezcal gives it that sort of savoriness to it.
Brian, I was just going to say, what I have found is since you introduced me to Dos Hombres, is I've basically replaced tequila with Dos Hombres Mezcal. And it just pops a little bit more. I don't know if that was what you guys were thinking when you launched it. I don't know if you launched it as a tequila, but is that what you guys were kind of hoping would happen?
You are such an intuitive, smart human being, Mr. Ireland.
I never get that from you.
Save that, Brian.
When it is still, I guess largely unknown to the American taste bud. So when people go into a bar and someone mentions a mezcal cocktail, some people go, "Ooh, I don't know. It sounds so exotic. I don't know what it is." But we use that to our advantage. Bartenders love making cocktails with mezcal because of the fact that they feel excited about sharing something new to someone.
Yeah.
If they pour a Jack and Coke, it's like it's a Jack and Coke. It's a 7 and 7. It's a gin and tonic. It's the same thing. Nothing's exciting about that. But when people go, "Oh, I don't even know what that would taste like," then you get excited about, "Let me make this for you," and you'll change your mind, or at least you'll be enlightened about what mezcal really is.
So you'll appreciate this. I go to our friend Neil Everett, who did SportsCenter for a long time, is part owner of a restaurant called Terranea over in West LA. And every day I went in there and we went to the playoffs. That's where I watched a lot of Lakers playoff games. I would order Dos Hombres. They would say we don't have it. I would order Dos Hombres. They would say we didn't have it. Finally, one day they had it. I asked for it on enough different occasions that they went out and got it, and that's still my place to go get a mezcal margarita with Dos Hombres.
And Brian, there's a tail there, right? That's exactly what you want people that like Dos Hombres to do, right? Is to ask their favorite bars and restaurants to stock it.
Well, that's how it goes. There's an on-premise and off-premise category to these, and it's all designed to where the customer drinks. So an on-premise account is a bar or restaurant. An off-premise account would be, Total Wine or Bevmo or any liquor store where you buy it and then drink it somewhere else. And so it's the on-premise accounts, the restaurants that feed the off-premise, so that when you get used to something like a Dos Hombres margarita or something at a restaurant or bar, you'll go into those stores and go, where can I buy Dos Hombres? And then they want to stock it and stock it more. So that's how you build a brand.
So at some point this weekend, will you be in Stan Kroenke's box and you'll both be holding mezcal margaritas and saying cheers when the Rams score?
Yeah, no, it won't be some point. It'll be on Sunday. I can tell you that.
You're right.
Are you gonna be out there Saturday? I don't know.
I'll be there. I'll be there Sunday. I'll be there Sunday.
Yes, we are going to be in Mr. Kroenke's suite and cheering on the Rams. Hey, how about that first game?
I know.
Yeah.
Just
Not what I expected at all, Brian.
Not what anybody expected. They were really good. Well, and so for people who don't know, Brian is a big LA sports fan and a huge Dodger fan.
Yeah.
Brian, our consensus around here is that the Dodgers have had a magical season, one that none of us expected, but none of us think they have enough starting pitching to make a deep run in the playoffs. What do you think?
It's been a huge challenge. It's just the way it's all fallen. Some could say fallen apart. I mean, we were expecting Buehler to come back. He decided he can't. He's not going to be 100%.
Yep.
We all know what happened to Urias, and rightfully so, because that kind of behavior has no place in our society. So, and now you have these kids who were brought up, and some are, we need the innings. We need them to fill out the innings for the rest of the season. But whether they'll be trusted enough, I think Dave Roberts and the staff are looking and see if it's going to be possible for them to be pitching in the postseason.
Yeah.
I, too, am concerned about it. It's just we have to get off to a great start offensively to try to overcome the likelihood that we're going to be allowing some runs.
Yep.
And we'll see.
Now, we were talking last night. We just, me and Juan just got a new dog. Her name is Veronica. You are getting a new dog, right?
Tomorrow. We're getting a dog tomorrow.
What type of dog are you getting?
We're getting a rescue dog. We always get rescue dogs. We just, love that. We don't want unnecessary culling of animals. Come on.
Sure.
And they're beautiful and they're ready to be adopted and loved. And we're getting it's kind of a corgi mix, a cute little thing that we are naming him Vin Scully.
Oh, love it.
Nice.
What a great idea. Well, Brian, my one tip for you is my puppy Murphy is about to turn 1. Hopefully your rescue will be a little bit older, so you don't have to worry about this. Murphy chewed up TV remote number 4 this week. I've had to replace 4 TV remotes.
Everyone's a critic.
Yeah, it's very interesting that the plastic things that I don't think he'll go for, he goes for all of them. So keep your remotes up high, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, and that's specifically why my wife and I wanted to adopt not a puppy, but a dog. So
right, that's what Mace does.
Or Scully is going to be around 2 years old.
Perfect.
Already. So I think he's already house trained, and so I think he's not going to be a chewer. He's a cute little boy, man. I can't wait to.
So what are you going to call you? Vin Scully is the name. What are you going to call him when he's around the house?
Vinny.
Vinny.
Vin works. Vinny.
Yeah, any of
Vinny
that.
is great.
Sir.
Yeah,
Come on,
it's time for Dodger baseball.
It's time to go for a walk.
All right, Brian. So on a somewhat serious note, we've seen you on the front lines supporting your fellow actors in this miserable strike that we're all hoping ends immediately. Do you have any reason for optimism? Are you more pessimistic, or how are you feeling about the state of affairs in your industry?
Well, it's challenging. I do have a more optimistic point of view. That being said, I'm also a realist, and we have divergent interests in this. We live in a symbiotic relationship with the studio heads because these people are largely MBAs and lawyers, and they're very, very business-minded, whereas we are very creative-minded. And so it's a bit of we're at odds with understanding each other. And that's the first thing that has to happen, is to be able to have respect for each other. I don't like the name calling and the vitriol and all the rhetoric that's being thrown out. I want us to sit at the table, because I still believe that if you can physically get yourselves there, you have the ability to find common ground. And so that's the hope.
Yeah, that is the hope. I guess the writers may sit down with him next week, is what I read this morning.
Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed. Yeah, for all those guys.
Keeping the fingers.
Hey, I was thinking about something the other day when May said that we might be able to get you on, that my favorite thing that I've ever seen you do, I know that most of the awards you've won in your career have surrounded the unbelievable performances Walter White in Breaking Bad, but I thought that when I went and saw you do Network on Broadway, it blew me away. I thought it was one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. And I was trying to think, Brian, if I came to you and said, we're going to put 1 hour of your work in a time capsule. 1 hour. But you can take anything you've ever done. And let's assume for the sake of this question that all your Broadway work, your stage work, the stuff you did on LBJ, the stuff you did with Network, of course, all the Breaking Bad stuff, all the Tim Whatley stuff, all the Seinfeld stuff, all the Malcolm in the Middle. You can take from any of it, but you've only got an hour to stick in the time capsule that we're going to open 200 years from now to tell people who Bryan Cranston was. What would you pick?
Well, seeing that we're on strike.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I totally forgot. You're not allowed to talk about past work, right?
Or present work or future work. But so I can talk about my theater work.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Because that's a completely different union.
Okay.
Thank you for those comments on Network. You're not only insightful and intelligent, you're damn handsome,
yeah,
too,
see, I get
Mr.
nothing
Ireland.
from him.
It's just my day today.
Where are the superlatives, Mace? You haven't thrown any my way. I don't know.
Well, give him time. He's got to think of them.
I've got a question.
Well, wait a minute. Let me follow up on the Network thing.
Go ahead.
Brian, do you think there's ever a chance that you would that Network would reopen, or was that a one-time deal? Like you did it on Broadway, you won a Tony, it's over.
I loved doing it. And it was so thrilling to be able to do that. And I don't know, I had a thought that I might re-enter. John, you're insightful, you're intelligent, you're handsome, you're incredibly gifted. It's just you planted an idea level.
I love it.
Awesome.
I'll be there opening night if you do.
So, Brian, you've won a lot of awards in your career. Where do you keep them? Like, do you have like a storage unit somewhere where you keep all your awards?
Or are you like Mason? Do you have a rotating pedestal with spotlights for every award you've ever won?
How do you work it with all those? Because I've obviously won a lot of awards too. But how do you handle your award situation?
I don't have anything out in the open at all. I'm very proud of them. I'm not.
He's the opposite of Mason.
I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't. It's like humility is part of the upbringing. So they're in my office and they're up on a shelf in my office.
Yep.
But you'd have to specifically go to my office to see anything like that.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very proud of it. But hey, listen, that reminds me. I heard a rumor that you two are being. Can I talk about this award that you two are about to be bestowed upon?
Yeah, sure.
To the well, correct me if I'm misquoting you, but is it the Southern California Sportscasters Hall of Fame?
Yes,
that
we are.
Correct.
We have been we've been inducted. It happened during COVID, but they're going to present it to us beginning of next year.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Mike, is there a plaque that goes along with that?
There's a trophy, and this trophy is the one that's going to go on the pedestal that turns and the spotlights on it. It's beautiful.
He missed the whole. He missed the humility day in school.
What is humility?
Brian.
I don't even know what that is.
As Mason often says, Brian, if there's a spotlight, Mason wants to be in it.
Here's what I'll say. When it comes to humility, I'm the best at it.
All right, Brian, in your honor, I will not be at the Ram game, but I will be at a golf course early Sunday morning, and I will order a Dos Hombres. For my worthy splash, I will have 2 shots of Dos Hombres with a splash of pineapple juice on the 9th hole in your honor of getting Dos Hombres on sale at SoFi Stadium. Very proud and happy for you.
You are my favorite member of the Mason and Ireland duet.
This crazy.
Just think of what Morales is going to do with this promo.
This sound is going to be terrible. It's going to come back in promos and it'll haunt me, Brian. Thank you so much.
All right.
Well, listen, give Stan a big hug for me, okay?
I'll give Stan a big hug. I'll give Vin Scully a big hug for you guys.
Yes, sir.
And thank you for having me on. And let's hope that this strike ends soon for all the brothers and sisters we have who are not working right now. And this is a struggle, but when we win this, it will be better for everyone. So we're hoping that it'll come to conclusion quickly.
I know a lot of actors who are excited about the fact that you're front and center and everybody's fighting for it, and we hope for a positive resolution soon.
And thank you for doing this, Brian. We always love having you on.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, see you. Good luck with the dog.
There's Brian Cranston. Yeah, new dog, Vin Scully.
I like that name, Vinny. Get over here.
It's perfect.
Matter of fact, when I went to see Network.
Yep.
They had Brian voice over Sportsnet LA. I went with Mark Shaw, who is the Laker producer, and Brian DeClue, who's in charge of Backstage Lakers, Backstage Dodgers, all the programming there. And Brian DeClue said to Bryan Cranston, by the way, you just won us an Emmy for the Vin Scully thing you voiced for us. Where can I send it?
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
So Brian's a gigantic Dodger fan.
Yeah, he really is. He sounded a little more optimistic than we do, I think.
Well, you never know once it starts.
Yeah, you never know once it gets going. So Brian, definitely drink some Dos Hombres. And by the way, in a room like last night at that reception, Brian is so generous with his time, and he signed some stuff last night, selfies last night. So good with people. He is genuinely a really, really nice guy. I should have said that while he was on. Then he would have
said some nice things about you instead of making it all about me.
God, it was all about you.
God bless him.
Go figure. All right, coming up next for you. Let's do this. I've got a possible free vacation for you, John. Free vacation.
Okay. And what is the one question you should never, ever ask a woman?
Okay, that's coming up for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Passion. Passion, pride, intensity.
LAFC!
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy! So is this game! So is this rivalry!
More than just 3 points on the line. This is the battle for Los Angeles.
Craziness always abounds here!
Los Angeles Football Club square off with the LA Galaxy tomorrow night from BMO Stadium. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
What's up, people? It's the Friday before the Rams smack the San Francisco 49ers around Sunday at SoFi. Just smacking them around, John. Smacking them around.
Don't see that happening, but they could win.
Yeah, they're winning.
LA Rams, baby.
Yeah, there's Cranston.
Oh, there's Cranston.
He's on
yeah.
the Rams.
Nice.
All right, so, Mace, what's the one question you should never, ever ask a woman?
How old are you?
Nope, not that one. This one's even worse.
Okay.
So, you know that show, The View?
I've heard of it. I don't watch it.
Okay, so it's a bunch of women sitting around discussing the issues of the day.
Okay, yeah.
And it is led, the moderator is Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
And another one of the panelists is named Alyssa Farah Griffin.
Yes.
I don't know anything about her, but she's young, she's attractive. And Whoopi yesterday, for my money, asked Alyssa Farah Griffin the question you should never, ever ask a woman. Here's how it went down.
Are you pregnant?
No. Oh, my God. You can't say that when my mother-in-law is here, who's been dying for me to get pregnant.
Why would you say that?
Why do I look pregnant?
Yes. I just got a...
Did you get the glow?
I just
Please
got a
please on my
vibe.
tummy.
I'm so sorry.
It was just...
It was...
Can we take bets? Can we take bets at the table?
Oh my
very
God.
open. I'm very open to being pregnant soon. I am not blessed to be pregnant yet.
You can't ask a girl, like, how many times have you heard a story of somebody walks in and somebody says, congratulations, when are you due?
Yeah.
And the woman goes, I'm not pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't.
You have to let the woman tell you.
Yes, yes.
No, I don't care if she's 8 months pregnant and it's blatantly obvious and she looks like she has a giant beach ball in her stomach.
Right.
Don't risk it.
Yeah, no.
Because it'll start like that did. Are you pregnant? No.
No. Exactly. Yeah, that's a dumb question. That is a dumb one.
And she goes, and you can't ask me that when my mother-in-law is in the audience.
That's very funny. Very funny. Yeah. So you sent this today, a cruise ship, and you know how I feel about cruises. I love cruises.
Okay.
A cruise ship carrying 206 passengers and crew remains stranded in Greenland after repeated attempts to free it. But morale on board is said to be high, despite an outbreak of COVID.
I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny.
High morale. Would you take a free cruise if you could get one right now? Yeah, in the context of this story, I've always said cruise ships feel like floating petri dishes to me.
Right.
This is clearly a case of that. But for free,
all right,
would you take a cruise?
Brian, cruise around the world for you and your fiance. It leaves tomorrow. Mason and I pick up the tab. Are you going?
100%.
Really?
I'm going.
Greg?
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Absolutely.
Have you been on a cruise ship?
My mom just got back from one.
to.
She had a great time. I'm with Mace. I wouldn't do it.
I think cruises are great for people in their 70s, right?
I have a good time on them.
Yeah.
Do you go a lot?
Yeah, I've been pretty often.
You got one next year, right?
Next year, yeah. And I got engaged on a cruise ship.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where were you cruising to?
Catalina, Ensenada.
Oh, okay.
My parents are actually on one right now in Alaska. They're on like a 2-week
I hear
Alaska
the Alaska
cruise.
My dad always wanted to do the Alaska cruise.
Yeah, they were pretty excited. They've never done that. So.
The thing I don't like, I went on one years ago for a radio station promotion, and I just don't like there's like piles of shrimp and people reaching in and just grabbing stuff and bagels and everybody's hands in it. And
I feel like it's gotten a little better since COVID. Like
You
it's
think
a little
so?
less of that, yeah. But it is still very much.
I thought buffets would go completely away, and I was at a brunch 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, and it's just like it was before. Just like it was before.
Yeah, I've done I did one cruise. I did the Disney cruise in the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah.
My grandparents took our whole family on it, like when we were all adults. We did it in the 90s. It was very fun. I have no need to go on a cruise again.
Here's the one thing I'll say. If, Bergman, if Carnival Cruise Lines or Norwegian Cruise Lines or any of those, the Disney Cruise Line, if we wanted to take listeners on a cruise, I would do it.
I would send you guys a video.
There's zero chance you go. It's not even with any other day. It's just I'm not going.
That's a flat no.
But I would totally go. Bergman, would you go?
I'll go. Yeah. Why not?
Why don't we get with
Tommy.
with the people over there?
Yep,
Get with
let's
Tommy
do
and
it.
the fun of games. You're in, right, Brian?
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I
So
love
far
cruises.
today, we're skydiving, getting tattoos, and going on a cruise.
You got a lot of things
That's a
happening.
great day.
Yeah, it sounds like quite a day.
Text from our friend Kelvin Washington.
Yes.
Regarding the Whoopi Goldberg screw up.
Yeah.
I don't care if I see feet dangling out. Not saying a word until
God.
she says it.
Oh, God.
That's the way to go, Kelvin.
Yeah.
You be right.
All right, coming up
Don't
next.
be walking up to women saying, "Are you pregnant?"
Yeah, don't do it.
It's not going to end well for you.
Don't do it. All right, coming up next for you. Does Mike Trout in any way figure into the Dodgers' future? We haven't really talked about this, but does it make sense for the Dodgers? We'll get into that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And you know I love Terranea. It's my favorite place away from home. It's a luxury resort in the Palos Verdes Peninsula. In the old days, I was the only one talking about Terranea, but I've converted most of the ESPN LA staff.
It's amazing. It's just an amazing
Mace
amazing
and
spot.
his partner were down there a couple weeks ago. Slee was down there a couple weeks before that. It is the best. And if you have any desire to take a vacation and get away and you don't want to get on a plane, go to Terranea. It's a giant resort with 4 award-winning restaurants, an oceanfront spa, a golf course, the links Bergman and I played a couple of months ago, 4 swimming pools, including one that's adults only, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, tide pooling, meet and greets with the resort falconer, art classes, and more. It's the best. And Ralph Grippo, the guy who runs Terranea, will not rest until you have a great stay. So do what we do at ESPN LA. Book a stay at Terranea. They've got every type of accommodation there. If you want a regular hotel room, great. You want a casita, bungalow, villa, which is like a house, they got all that too. So no matter how many people you need to bring, Terranea's got you covered. Go to this website, terranea.com. I'll spell it for you. Terranea. 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 Terranea.com.
on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
They'll be playing this at SoFi Stadium, end of the game on Sunday. After the Rams take down the Niners.
It'd be a big, big win.
Huge win. Huge win. Changes expectations entirely. If you're 2-0 and if you've beaten Seattle and San Francisco, you're thinking big, man. You're thinking big.
So I like your confidence.
Yes.
Even though it's a long shot.
It's not a long shot.
And we came up with the idea that you and not stepdad Leo should make a wager. Are you good with this now?
Yeah, he's a big Frisco guy. Frisco.
If the Rams beat the Niners.
Yep.
Then Leo would have come on the air and sing 1 minute of I Love LA, that song we just heard.
Yes.
But if the Niners win, you would have to sing Tony Bennett's I Left My Heart in San Francisco.
And joining us right now is my not stepdad Leo, who will show off his fine singing voice on Monday here on 710. Not stepdad Leo, what's up, man?
Nothing going on, just dying of the heat out here in the desert.
I bet. Now, so Leo, we've come up with kind of a fun wager that we're hoping you'll sign off on. If the Niners beat the Rams, as I know you expect.
Big if. That's a big if,
on
Leo.
Sunday. Steve,
why are you saying if, John?
Well, because of this. If that happens, we're going to call you on Monday, and Steve has to sing to you, I Left My Heart in San Francisco on the air. But, Leo, if the Rams win, then you have to sing I Love L.A. to Steve on the air on Monday. What do you think?
Well, fortunately, I won't have to sing, but yeah, I'll accept that.
There you go. Good.
God.
I like it.
The thing about not stepdad Leo is he annoys me on text during the game. Can we agree don't text me during the game?
Oh, do not agree to that, Leo.
Leo will send a text, what's wrong with your team in the middle of the game? I'm like, it's the first quarter. Give me a little time here.
Well, Steve, but they've proven themselves time and time again, and you're just overdoing it this season so far.
I'm trying to remember. Do you remember the NFC Championship game?
Yeah, that's one out of the last 10, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, the one that mattered, the one that got us to the Super Bowl, the one that counts.
I don't know, Leo. I thought your team looked as good as your team and the Cowboys were the two best-looking teams in Week 1 to me.
I got to tell you, they just blew me away, and Detroit blew me away. That's another one. I mean, it just that's another thing. You remember Steve's feeling about the Detroit quarterback toward the end of his career with the Lambs.
I've always been a Jared Goff fan. I'm a huge Jared Goff fan. They call me a Jared Goff guy.
Until the day we traded him for Matthew Stafford, he threw him out quicker than an old piece of fish.
But I've said all along, Jared Goff took us to a Super Bowl in 2018. I'm not going to bag on Jared Goff the way some people like to. I'm not a Jared Goff detractor. I'm a Jared Goff fan. John, you're a Jared Goff detractor.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to win a Super Bowl,
I think he
Leo.
might be the second best quarterback in the NFC right now.
I don't know. John. I have to admit that I'm following him. He's a Cal Berkeley guy. Don't forget, John.
Right.
Why do you really would probably bother you more so than what's his name? What's your partner's name?
Steve.
Oh, what is this? Everybody's playing this game on me today? Is that what it is? Everybody's acting like I'm not here?
Well, Leo, I would wish you luck, but I want the Rams to win, and I really want to hear you sing on Monday, so I hope you lose.
Well, let's try another bet in the future, because by then I'll probably have to sing. Okay.
Okay, Leo. Have a good weekend.
Bye, Leo.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Guys.
Okay.
Somebody's singing on Monday.
By the way, you know what? What are the odds that my mom would wind up with somebody who's a 49ers fan, a Giants fan, and a Notre Dame fan?
Well, your Notre Dame runs in your family, right?
It does.
That one is fits, but the other two don't.
The other two. But I mean, I'm an SC guy. He's a Notre Dame guy. I'm a Dodger guy. He's a Giants guy. I'm a Rams guy. He's a Niners guy. So we disagree a lot. And he does send me those mid-game texts, which I hate.
He normally texts me, and they're all funny. Whenever he texts me, he doesn't text me a lot, but whenever he texts me, they're funny.
Super irritating guy. Super irritating guy. All right, one more thing I want to get to. You guys are all ghosty.
Oh, wait, can I read, while you're looking for that, can I read you a tweet?
Oh, yeah, do it.
Mason's fit today talking about your outfit.
Yeah.
Is actually smooth AF with a hot flame
fire
emoji.
emojis?
Usually, he rocks old, raggedy LA sports gear, but not today.
Not today. This is what McVay wears.
There you go.
Yeah, this is what McVay wears. Okay, so you guys are all ghosty and scared of every little thing, thinking it's haunted and all that.
Oh, not me. I want to be haunted.
Okay.
I'm looking for. I invite ghosts. They never show up.
Okay, I just sent out a tweet. I want you guys to look at this. There is a painting of a little girl that has twice been returned to a charity shop because it is haunted. Apparently, it has now been in 2 houses, both times returned.
Did you already send it?
You did not.
Did I not tweet it out?
Yeah, you didn't tweet it out.
Yeah, I did.
Anything with little girls, with little kids, no good. No good.
Yeah, I just tweeted it out. It's out there. Do you believe a painting can be cursed or haunted?
No.
So you would hang this in your house?
Hell yeah.
Wait a minute. You guys are all scared.
Yes, it can be haunted.
So would you hang?
No.
If the painting is cursed.
Why do I want a kid? Why do I want a picture of somebody that's not my kid?
Well, it's a piece of art, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's not my kid.
But let's say it's a landscape. Forget it's that
yes,
painting.
Things can be haunted.
So you would not want a haunted painting in your house?
No.
And you believe a painting can be haunted?
Yes, things can be haunted, yes.
It's a painting. It can't be haunted.
It doesn't
Look
matter.
at those eyes. That's creepy.
It is creepy.
The whole thing about that is creepy.
Ireland, do you think a painting can be cursed?
No. I've been waiting for years to be haunted
Just
by all
because it
these
hasn't happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
And this, there's that painting's not cursed. They keep bringing it back because they say the painting's looking back at them or something.
No, they're saying a black figure appears wherever that painting is hung.
So
there's a
if
so
it's
in other
multiple
words,
different people, that don't know each other.
Yeah,
it's haunted.
Stick that on the studio wall. Just
No,
buy it, stick it
absolutely
on the
not.
studio
No.
wall. I'm fine.
Let's buy it and put it in Bergman's office.
Oh yeah, let's.
I
buy
would break it.
Just
and I
gazing
will
into
throw
your
it out
office.
the window.
Yeah,
Yeah. And put it on your chair.
yeah. You guys,
No, I'm with. Let's buy it for Bergman.
let's buy it. Okay, I'm going to try to buy it.
And it will be broken immediately.
Now today, skydiving, tattoos, cruises,
And,
and
new
scared paintings.
Scared paintings.
Yeah, all
hey,
that.
Bergman, it's your game today, right?
Yes, it is
Who
my
do you
game.
predict will win?
I don't.
I'm on a roll.
Brian should be the best at it, but I don't
Okay.
think he actually will be.
But I am on
Okay.
a winning streak. I just want to point out.
Yeah, you had one. I think Mason.
one.
I think Mason.
All right.
All right.
This will be 2 in a row.
Like this.
Anybody from the afternoon show playing?
I didn't get a hold of Sedano.
Oh, get Tyler in here. He's running around here.
No,
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 he's
he's
Jewish.
Tyler's producing and stuff.
I need Laura.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
What does that have to do with anything?
You'll find out in the game.
Oh, I see.
Oh, it's in honor of the
Of
Jewish
Rosh
holiday.
Hashanah.
Okay.
Don't look anything
I'm not.
up.
Yeah, I'm not winning.
Yeah. Okay, that's coming up next for you. We'll do some game of games. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and it is Bergman's game today. We've got me, Brian Cohen, Ireland, and who?
Me.
Laura.
Hey, Laura, what's going
up,
on?
Guys?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Ready for this game on Sunday. Let's go, Rams.
Yeah, let's go, Rams. All right, so Bergman, what do you got there?
All right, I have Rosh Hashanah trivia. Tonight is the first night of Rosh Hashanah, and it's the Jewish New Year.
Yes.
So a little multiple choice for all of us to learn about the holiday, and including me, because I just learned most of this stuff.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm not going to feel
Good
that bad.
thing you're
then.
not playing.
Exactly. All right, so number one, what does Rosh Hashanah mean literally? Is it the primary day of the year, the head of the year, or the start of the year? And we'll start with Mace.
I'm going to say the head of the year.
Ireland.
Start of the year.
Brian.
I'm going to go start.
And Laura.
It was head, start, and
Primary day.
I'm going to go with that. Primary day.
Mason, the head of the year.
Head of the year.
Ooh, Mason could win 2 in a row. That would be a true rarity.
It would be.
It would be. All right, number 2. Which of these Jewish months does Rosh Hashanah fall on? Tishrei, Sivan, or Adar? Ireland.
Adar.
Brian.
Adar.
Laura.
With the crowd, Adar.
Yeah, I know this one. It is Adar.
You not know this one. It is Tishrei.
Ireland said it so confidently. I'm like, sure, that's what
I
it
did
is.
that specifically to hope you guys would follow me. Yeah.
There's no way he knew a Jewish month, period.
It gets me all the time.
I didn't
True.
either.
I'd never heard any of those 3 words.
Same. You fooled
Neither
me,
have
though.
I.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Fooled me.
all right, so number 3 is it true or false? So despite Rosh Hashanah being the new year, it doesn't exist in the text of the Torah, but does in the Bible. True or false, Brian?
False.
Laura.
True.
Mace.
True.
And Ireland.
True.
True. It does not exist in the Torah, but it does in the Bible in different variations.
All right, Mason 2, John and Laura 1, Brian 0.
All right, number 4. Rosh Hashanah is not the only new year in the Jewish calendar. Actually, how many other New Years are there despite the Rosh Hashanah? So Rosh Hashanah, and then how many others? 2, 4, or 3, Laura?
I'm going to go with 3.
Mace.
4.
Ireland.
3.
Brian.
I'm going to go 2.
3 is the right answer.
Boom, Laura.
What's the score?
2-2-2. Laura, John, Steve. Brian, you awake over there?
Oh, very good.
And I got Jewish family. So this is
They are
Hope
embarrassed.
they're not listening.
Your last name is Cohen.
Yeah, that's
very Jewish.
that is
Not for long.
You're losing that last name. That's for
Yeah.
sure. All right, you typically blow the shofar at the beginning of the services to awaken the congregation. The shofar is a hollowed-out horn of an animal. What animal is it? Ireland, is it a ram, an impala, or a water buffalo?
Did you just say you blow the shofar?
You blow the shofar. That's what you do at the right.
That's what you do.
Okay.
You blow
So
the
what
shofar.
is the shofar?
What did you?
I'll go.
What do you think?
My Edward White to the gutter.
Yep.
Laura, you
that's
too?
what
Yeah.
you. But that's
I
what
was
you
gonna-
do.
I was
Is
gonna
Bergman
say
trying to
something,
get fired?
The shofar.
I'll go Ram. In honor of the Rams playing on Sunday, I will go Ram.
Brian.
I'm going to go Ram, too.
Laura.
What the hell? Let's go, Rams.
And Mace.
Go
That's your
Rams.
name. Yep, Ram is the right
Yeah.
answer.
That was it. Oh, Brian, you're on the board.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
Look at that.
There you
Good
go,
job,
Brian.
Cohen.
You
All
keep
right.
the last
Three
name.
ways
Your Jewish cred back.
3-way tie between Mace, Laura, and me.
All right, there are 2 high holy days in Judaism, and with Rosh Hashanah being one of them. What's the other one? Passover, Yom Kippur, or Purim? Brian.
Yom Kippur.
Laura.
Damn, I'm caught between 2, but I'm going to go with Yom Kippur.
Mace.
I'm going to try Yom Kippur.
And Ireland.
If it's not Yom Kippur, I'm the most clueless person here because I always thought those were the 2 biggies, Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah.
Yep.
So Yom Kippur.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Those are the two biggies.
Okay.
All right, there's two
Day
left.
of Atonement. Now, Bergman, are you going to atone a lot extra this year?
No.
Oh, okay.
Until this quiz, he didn't know what any of these words meant.
I knew what some of them were. What's the score, Ryan?
Ireland 4, Mason 4, Laura 4, Brian 2.
Ooh.
So Brian gets to go last.
Brian gets to go last. There's only two left and a tiebreaker.
And so, Brian, you need this one to stay alive.
All right.
Let's
Of
go.
the two high holidays of Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah is known as the most holiest of days in Jewish religion. True or false? And we'll go Mace first with this one.
I'm going to say false.
And John.
I'm going to say false only because one of my friends who's Jewish is playing golf on Saturday, and he literally said to me, yeah, this isn't the big one, so I'll play. So if I miss this, it's on Danny Schwartz. Go ahead.
Schwartz, there, another Jewish last name. Laura.
Well, I'm tied with them, so
tied
don't
with
I have to go?
No, you can go with us or
whatever you
against us. If you think we're wrong, go against us.
Okay, I'm going to go with the guys.
All right, so you're saying false. Brian?
I think it is false, but I have to go true. So
It is false, so you're out, Brian.
You're out.
Yeah. Sorry, Brian.
I got that one right, though.
All right, three-way tie with one to go. Brian's out.
All right, so you eat specific food on Rosh Hashanah to embody the hope for good health and sweetness throughout the year. What do you eat, Ireland? Is it strawberries and dark chocolate, an ambrosia salad, or apples and honey?
I know this one.
Well, if it is, give me a nod or something.
No,
man.
don't cheat
don't
for,
you dare.
Not for
What was
Ireland.
the
Don't cheat for Ireland.
what was the second one?
An ambrosia salad.
I'm going to go apples and honey.
Laura, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, I was going to do apples and honey as well.
Okay.
All right, Mace?
I think it is apples and honey.
It is apples and
Yeah.
honey. So
I actually knew that. That's when he does like, no!
All right.
All right.
Is this, we got to write something down,
Yes,
right?
Oh, yeah. All
something
right,
down.
hold up, guys. I need a pen.
Here we go.
There's one right there.
Writing down.
All right. So, the Jewish calendar is different than the Gregorian calendar. Gregorian follows the sun, where the Jewish calendar follows the moon.
Okay.
What year will it turn at sundown tonight? Closest without going over. Hint, it's higher than 2023.
What time will it turn?
What year? What year will it turn?
Oh, okay.
Closest without going over, and it is higher than 2023.
Okay.
I'm going to go.
All right, you got your number, Mace?
2023.
Okay, I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
I wrote down, or Macy, have you written one down yet?
Yeah.
I wrote down 2222.
Okay, and Mason, what did you get?
I wrote down 2750.
2750. And Laura, what did you
Damn, I'm so bad at that.
What'd you write?
2032.
get? 2032. Oh, you guys are so low. It's 5,784. It's
Mason beat me in the tiebreaker 2 days in a row.
No, Mason gets it. Mason
wow.
gets it. 5784.
It's a Shana Tova for me.
Wow. Mace,
I'm
that's
pissed.
2 days in a row you beat me in a tiebreaker.
I know.
That never happens.
Closest I've gotten to winning.
Month of the Mace.
2 for Mace.
Month of the Mace.
Did you bet
Congrats,
on yourself this
Mace.
I
this
did
month?
not bet on myself.
It's
And
not
now-
too late.
The worst part about this is Cappy is listening, and he's going to come on and say, I did everything wrong like the last time I did a Jewish quiz.
Cappy. Well, no, you guys are. There's a difference between an observant Jew and a secular Jew, right?
Yeah. I'm the...
You're the one that does less.
Does less. Very,
Yeah.
very much. Reformed is the way we put it. Reformed.
Right.
Yes.
Now, will you go to a Seder? Because this isn't the high hole. This is
no. This is,
Yom Kippur is the holy day.
Greg,
Yeah.
do you own a yarmulke?
I think I do somewhere.
You
Yes.
just don't know where it is.
I know where it is in a closet.
Did you have a bar mitzvah?
I did have a bar mitzvah when I turned 13.
We have somehow,
It was
I don't
really
know how
fun,
we
too.
did it, but we hired the two least Jewish producers in history because Singer was the same way.
Yeah, Singer
He was a
also-
Jewish guy, and whenever
Are
a
you-
Jewish topic would come up, we'd go, "Hey, Dave, what's the holiday?" Don't look at me.
Brian, do you really celebrate?
No, my fiance's family does, but me, personally, my family never did.
But will you go to a Seder and all that kind of stuff?
I've never been.
You've never been to a
Yeah,
Seder?
I
never been to a
actually
Seder?
Will you
with
leave
my
the wine
fiance.
out for Elijah and the door open a little bit so Elijah comes and gets the wine?
Sure. Is that what you do? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what you do.
All right, yeah.
Right?
And
Bergman,
Seder's
don't
for
I have that right?
Passover, Huh?
Yeah, Seder's for Passover.
Yeah. That's in February. Or something
February,
like
right,
that.
yeah.
No, yeah, I've done that. We used to do it when I was a kid.
but Yom Kippur, you fast all day, right?
Yes, you fast
and
all
then
day.
you have a break fast.
Yes, you have a break fast.
Yeah. Well, we say to
food's
all
good.
of our Jewish Shana Tova,
Thank you.
Happy New Year's. All right. Well, that was good, Bergman, and it was good because I won.
Does Mason have the lead for the month?
No, I have the lead.
Okay.
I have the lead. Somebody on the YouTube chat got it. I'm not a scab. Got the number right.
Yeah. By the way, the names on the YouTube chat: Stone Steve Mason, Straight Steve Mason.
I'm not a scab.
I'm not a scab.
Interesting names in your chat
Yeah,
group.
they are
Wow.
really, really odd names.
They go on yours too.
I'm not
I'm
a
sure I'm
scab.
not there.
I'm not a scab is very, very busy on there.
Wow.
Very busy.
Well, he's got nothing but time if he's not a scab.
I think Straight Steve Mason took the day off, which, frankly, good for me.
Oh, there is. Yeah, good. Well, good for them because he also said some crazy stuff.
Yeah, there are some crazy people on there. I would I would rank it this way: craziest is Reddit.
That's all y'all.
Next craziest is YouTube. YouTube chat. Next craziest is Twitter. Nicest is Instagram. Everybody seems to be kind of nice on Instagram. Nobody's really a jerk on Instagram very much.
Yet.
You know why?
Why?
Because Twitter, you can make fake stuff. And Instagram, you kind of need a little bit of something to validate who you are, a little bit.
Right.
So I feel like that's why.
Yeah. I'm not verified on Instagram. I see people with blue check marks. I don't
They
know
pay
how you
for
get
them
those.
now.
On Instagram?
Yeah, Meta also has you can pay for that.
I refuse to pay those people
why?
anything. Absolutely not.
Don't.
Zuckerberg's got enough money.
You know you're verified. You're good.
Yeah. I'm verifying myself.
Exactly. You're Steve Mason.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I've taken a lot of crap today. I'll be honest with you. I mean,
it's been limited crap.
Cranston in particular just.
No, he just built me up. He just didn't build you up as much.
No, he didn't build me up at all.
Drove you crazy.
It did. It made me
I
crazy.
expect, hey, give that all those compliments that Cranston gave me to Morales and have him do a tribute promo on Monday. Be looking forward to that.
Telling you. It's
Whereas
happening.
Morales has been like out of pocket today.
No, he's been doing stuff, hasn't he? Has he done the ins and outs for stuff? Yeah, he did an open for us.
No.
Yeah. He's probably golfing. Fridays.
Oh, that's true.
Fridays still like tail end of summer. People, you go to the parking garage, it's almost empty right now. Fridays, the parking lot is empty. It's like I wore sweatpants. I'm like casual Friday. Screw it. Nobody else is working. All right, so do we have Sedano today?
Yep, there's Sedano and Cap.
And we've got Cappy today?
Cappy's there.
So let's hit the Super Stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Very good, Captain.
Cap,
Very
are
good.
you celebrating the Jewish holiday this weekend?
This weekend, yes, in a variety of different ways. But yes, I will be celebrating the new year. And I want to wish everybody who's celebrating or even just acknowledging happy and healthy new year, including you two gentlemen.
Thank you. Now,
And Sedano, where are you today? Where are you talking to us from?
Still in South Florida.
God, I'll tell you, I was thinking about it, George. You're a good son.
Oh, he's such a good boy.
You're a good son.
He
You're
is a
doing the
good
right
boy.
stuff to
That's
take
right.
care of your mom and make sure
Amen.
she gets through this and
Right.
know you're going through all this stuff because we've all got moms who are older now. So I hope things are going good and you're a
Thank
very
you,
good
buddy.
son.
Thank
a good
you. She
man.
just got a walker today. We're finally headed in the right direction.
Oh, good.
I feel like, so.
See, this is when you say Shana Tova Shadano.
Exactly.
You know?
Cappy, I had a question for you. Juan actually wanted to know, how's your kid who went to West Virginia doing? Is he playing ball?
He actually played week 1, then had a hamstring problem, and is about to miss his second straight game, and thinks he'll be back for next week. I hope he is, because that's the game I'm going to. God, it would really suck to go there and watch him stand on
And
the
what's the name of
sidelines.
that school?
West Liberty University.
And it's in Wheeling, West Virginia?
That's right.
Wheeling, West Virginia.
Is it affiliated, Cap, with the other Liberty University, the Jerry Falwell one?
No.
Okay.
The bar mitzvah boy on Rosh Hashanah cannot be at that one. It's like a whole different deal.
Oh, that's true. That's a very Christian school.
Yeah.
Although that if you watch that one documentary on Hulu, there's some very non-Christian things going on.
There were. If you watch that doc.
Good place to be a pool boy.
or not, depending on how you look at it. Now, Cappy, were you bar mitzvahed?
I was. This is funny that you guys asked because this conversation got me thinking. I was bar mitzvahed, and my kids were all bar and bat mitzvahed. But do you realize that my fourth kid, you wouldn't know this, but she was supposed to be bat mitzvahed, and then COVID hit. And it was probably like mid-February, and my father said to me, well, I don't really think we're going to be able to come out there in April, for the bat mitzvah. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, haven't you been watching the news with COVID-19? And I'm like, what? Are you serious?
He's still on that?
This was February. The bat mitzvah was in April. I'm like, are you kidding me? This COVID-19, what? I go, it's 2 months from now. This will be gone. And she wound up getting bat mitzvah on Zoom.
Yeah. My son graduated from high school that year. Basically, it was him with masks walking up to the principal who had a mask, and he handed him the diploma with no other kids. It was a drive-through.
Wow.
You drove up. He got out of the car in his cap and gown. They snapped one picture, and he got back in the car, and we left.
Yep.
Doesn't it feel like it's like something out of a book instead of something that happened to us? Like it feels like something you'd read, like, in the future about a plague or whatever. It doesn't feel like it really happened. It's like things have mostly gone back to normal now, right? Like I was saying today, buffets are back. Like all that stuff we thought would never come back came back.
Although buffets, I didn't miss buffets. I got to be honest.
They're back. I went to a brunch buffet last week.
Oh,
it was
really?
good. It was good.
Yeah.
People reaching in there with the crab legs and the shrimp and
Nobody cares anymore.
Nah.
Everybody's back.
Hell with it.
It's true. Everybody's back.
Hell with it.
They're like, did that really happen? Like what you just said. Did that really happen? It did? Really? Okay, well, we're back.
Yeah, it's just
Give me those
weird
crab
that it
legs.
happened. Yeah, where's the crab legs? Exactly right. My mom. Well, one requires me to crack the crab legs and get the crab meat out for him.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, that's
requires you to do it.
Requires me to do it. He says I won't. I don't eat crab unless someone cracks it for me.
Oh, it can be anyone, not just you.
Not just me,
particular.
but generally speaking, he and I are eating together.
Now, have you guys ever had stone crabs?
Oh yeah,
Sure, they're
stone
great.
crab, good.
That's a different level of good crabs right there. And those are usually fairly easy to crack, even for someone like Juan who would want someone to crack.
But like crab legs, where you need to actually
like the
do
little
crab-
skinny legs.
Yeah,
yes,
those you've got to crack for one or.
But we talking about like Alaskan king crab legs, those big old rascals?
those big old legs?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, you crack them in half and then you pull out all that meat. Yeah, I'm with you. You know
I'm
who's
not
got
a big,
great...
You know what? I'm not
What?
not big on dipping into butter.
No,
I don't
me
think it
neither.
needs butter at
Yeah.
all. I don't think.
I would agree.
I don't
Don't
think
dip.
lobster needs butter. I don't
Right.
think crab legs need butter. People just use it as a butter delivery device. It's like, no, I like the taste of it as it is.
Yeah.
Would you like some lobster with your butter?
Yeah, exactly. So, how you feeling about the Rams this weekend? We doing it.
I'm big on the Rams. I had told you, 9 wins I felt was possible.
Yep.
Now ESPN Analytics has jumped on that bandwagon.
Nice. Always following George.
Yeah.
What
exactly.
George does, analytics will follow.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I don't know, man. I just think the Niners are the best team in football.
Possibly. You think they're better than the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So last night, I was talking to somebody.
Who? No. Who?
Cappy's such a yenta. He just wants to
I'm
know.
not sure if I'm so sick. So I was at a reception last night with a bunch of Rams people. And a couple of things came out. First of all, somebody said about week 1, people forgot who our coach is and people forgot who our quarterback is.
Wait. Do you know that we literally, Cappy missed it, but now we got it. And now one of the guys, Casper Villa in the Circle of Trust, has done a remake of the song. I was, the song They Forgot About Dre. I was saying the other day they forgot about McVay.
Yeah. Exactly.
And now
right.
Casper's produced an entire rap about it.
Has he
Right.
really?
Oh,
But
dude,
wait
it's
a
unbelievable.
minute. In order for that to matter, he would have to be going up against a coach who wasn't any good, and that wasn't the case. Pete Carroll's good.
Yeah.
So here you go, Mace. I don't know if they win, but I like them to cover the 7.5.
Well, I got 50,000 Mythical on them covering, but
50,000?
I'm dead serious.
He's so far
man.
ahead,
I am
George, it
dead
doesn't matter.
serious. You know,
Holy moly.
I looked at that team last week and I said, damn, look how good they are. How good can they really be? I don't think we know. Like, they kept Matthew Stafford wasn't sacked in that game.
Well,
can they protect against the 49er defense? Can these wide receivers do what they were able to do last week? Puka Nacua is now going to play, and Tutu Atwell. I mean, there are a lot of reasons for optimism, I think, with this team.
Right.
And I believe they can knock them off.
But the Niners also, their defense is so good. So Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell are now on the scouting report. You know what I mean? Like, whereas before they were not.
So I understand the excitement. I really do.
Yeah.
And believe me, I overreacted worse than anybody last week.
Did
I
you?
do.
On what?
I just on everything. Like the Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, that kind of stuff.
Raiders, Rams in the Super Bowl.
You know, I mean, I had the Browns winning the Super Bowl after week 1.
Nice.
So I'm a total overreactor. Don't get me wrong, I am. But now it's a little later in the week, you know, and it's like, okay, they went to Seattle. They won that game. Great start, division game. Come home. You're facing a team that a lot of people think is the best in the NFC. And let's see, because if they play really well, and even if they lose, you might think, hey, they're better than we knew. If they win the game, you're like, wow, that's super impressive, because the numbers, by the way, are kind of against them.
Yeah.
At least in terms of the series.
Sure.
And if they get blown out, we're all going to be like, oh, man, they're not even close.
Right.
So I got to wait a little bit longer before I get all hyped.
Measuring stick game, Mace.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Aaron Donald is going to be all over.
Yeah.
Little Brock Purdy.
But by the way,
Little Brock Purdy.
Little Brock Purdy.
Little Brock.
Brock.
By the way, if the Raiders somehow did make the Super Bowl, like Cappy said, I would want to see Ireland and Greg and Ramona dressed like guys and gals from the Black Hole.
Hell yeah. I'm in.
Hell yeah.
I'll dress like chains. You know
you
that
go.
guy?
Yeah,
Paints his face silver and black, wears chains on both sides
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
And then Bergman will be Gorilla Rilla.
I don't know who that is.
What do you mean? That's the gorilla guy.
Yeah, the gorilla guy. Gorilla Rilla. You don't know Gorilla Rilla?
I haven't met him, no.
Yeah, say it 5 times fast. Gorilla Rilla.
Gorilla Rilla, Gorilla Rilla, Gorilla Rilla, Gorilla Rilla, Gorilla Rilla.
All right,
But Greg, are you in?
broadcaster.
If the Raiders make the Super Bowl, you and Ireland and Ramona all dress up like you're part of the Black Hole?
I'll tell you what. If the Raiders make the Super Bowl, I will dress up like I'm part of the Black Hole every day for Super Bowl week.
I love. All right,
Let's
go Raiders!
I will be so blown away that I will come in here every day with a different Raider getup.
Johnny, you got to follow Gorilla Rilla on Twitter at Gorilla Rilla. Gorilla Rilla.
Okay.
Rilla. Yeah.
Oh, wait. I mean, but first of all, hold on. Let's see. So the Super Bowl is Sunday, February 11th. So that means from February 4th to February 11th, John would dress up like he's in the Black Hole, which would be incredible. Incredible content for the social team.
Yes.
Now, let me see. Ooh, the Lakers have a stretch of home games, John. Would you dress up as a Raider fan in the Black Hole for your Lakers play-by-play
I
games?
would have to get that approved, but if I did get it approved, I absolutely would do
God.
it.
I would. Oh, my God. You would go you'd be the most viral person
I
that
know.
week.
It'd be
on
awesome.
Super Bowl week. Yes.
Come on, Raiders. Let's go.
Lakers play-by-play voice dresses up as Raider fan for Lakers game.
God, that would be
we
great.
did a couple of things today. I want to see if you guys are in on them or not. So one thing is I am planning, not the station, but I am planning a skydiving adventure.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in?
Nope.
Cappy?
Nope.
Why didn't Cap? I'm surprised.
Yeah, usually I'm all for adventurous stuff, but I'm kind of at this weird little spot in my life right now where I'm like, why do I need that? Like, what's the risk reward?
Yeah,
George, why are you out?
I'm out. Exactly that. Why do I need to tempt fate?
Well, I think it's just having an adventure. Man,
Nah, I'm good.
life is about the adventure.
Listen, you can walking out your door in 2023 is an adventure. Okay,
Life is about an adventure when you don't have kids.
Yeah.
Life is about kids when you have
Oh,
kids.
I have a kid, and I'm going.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are? Oh, wait
Ireland's
a
in.
second. Hold on. That changes things. Tell me.
Yeah, but now the question is, Capping, you and I may have to go after they go because they're going on the opening day of the Lakers preseason.
By the way, that's also Game 1 NLDS, so that day is completely
What are you,
out.
like parachuting into Dodger Stadium?
Oh, that's a great idea.
You think they'd let us?
What are you, the leapfrogs?
Well, do you remember the Red? If you remember 1986, they did that. Mets, Red Sox, Vin Scully on the call with Joe Garagiola, and a guy parachuted into Shea Stadium.
Oh, that's awesome.
That would be
that'd be fantastic. No, and then the other thing is, me and Bergman at least, and Brian are getting tattoos. Who's in?
I'm
What
out.
kind of tattoos?
I'm out.
Whatever is personal to us. Whatever feel like
Where
Bergman's going to finish
I'm
his
just not-
sleeve.
I'm cool with tattoos. Like, it's just not for me, but like, have at it, bro.
Okay,
Bergie,
so
you're getting a sleeve? No tramp
Well,
stamp?
Bergman has tattoos.
No, yeah,
Bergman has 6 now.
Right, but he doesn't have a sleeve.
But he wants to work up to that.
On my
He
arm,
wants to
and I want
finish the
finish
sleeve.
it. And I want to finish the half sleeve, not a full sleeve, a half sleeve.
Half sleeve.
On the upper or lower?
Upper.
Oh.
So, Cappy, you're not in on that either.
No, I'm out on tattoos.
All
I'm
right,
going to FaceTime Ramona, see if she'll dress up as a Raider. As one of the
I'm
Black Holes.
certain she
Yeah,
will.
if they make the Super Bowl, she'll do it.
Oh, yeah. By the way, you want to talk pie in the sky, Raiders in the Super Bowl.
What do you
My
mean?
God.
You want to take pie in the sky?
My
Pick the
God.
Rams to beat the Niners.
2 weeks.
Yeah, seriously?
Wait a minute. 2
Hey,
weeks
now.
ago, you were like, tank for Caleb. We've got nothing. Jimmy
And
G
where,
can't win.
Wait,
I
and
want
where am
Josh
I,
McDaniel
and where am I
gone.
now? 17-0.
Such a fair weather fan.
17-0.
Such a fair weather fan.
You didn't see that 17-16 triumphant road victory at Denver?
That's right. That's right. Against one of the greatest coaches in the history of the NFL, Sean
Yeah.
Payton.
No, it's true. It's true.
Let's ride.
By the way, let's ride. I don't think that's going to.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. Yeah, I think corniest guy in the league.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever coming back for him. Do you?
Nope. I used to love Russell Wilson. God, I used to love the guy.
He's cooked, man.
And everybody who told me he was corny, I was like, no, he's cool,
He's
man.
not cooked. They just need to let Russ cook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all you need to do. Then
Yeah.
it turns it around.
No,
Throw
he's-
out that playbook and let Russ cook.
He's
No.
cooked. He's
Yeah, he's
cooked.
done.
Yeah. So Cappy,
Yo.
you're not in on any of our shenanigans.
So tattoos I'm out on.
Yep.
Skydiving, you're out on.
Skydiving, I
What was
honestly...
the Mace? What were the other two?
There was one more. Skydiving.
I thought there were
cruise ship.
four.
Amazing-
Okay, so
yeah.
how about this, guys?
Station cruise.
Cruise ship. There's a ship that's stuck in the middle of Greenland,
Okay.
and the whole ship has COVID, and they can't rescue them because they're stuck.
Uh-huh.
If I gave you a free cruise, Cap,
Yeah.
if I said, "Hey, go on a cruise, I'll pay for it," would
Yep.
you take it?
You mean on like one of those giant monster ships with thousands of people?
Correct.
No chance.
Not even for free.
Nope.
George, how about you?
No, I've never been a cruise person.
What if we had an ESPN LA cruise where we all went on it and then
We did the
listeners-
shows there from there
we
every
did the
day.
shows,
We can
the
all get COVID
ocean.
together.
All right, let me make a proposal. How
Okay,
about this?
propose.
Rather than one of those giant cruise ships, I'm talking like a 250-foot yacht.
I'll take
and
that.
And we all, that is different.
Do you have
How about
access to this thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
he's got a guy.
Yeah,
I've
he's
got a
definitely
yacht guy. I do have a yacht guy.
I have a yacht guy.
I do have a yacht guy.
No,
Yeah,
Normally
it's
you
also.
only-
Isn't the yacht guy also part of like your divorce proceedings or something like that?
Wait, what?
Did you tell me a story that the yacht guy was like? Was he
Does,
summoned?
did the yacht guy basically buy his yacht off of the backs of people like you who needed divorces 10 years ago?
Right, is the yacht guy the attorney, George?
No, I think you told me something about the story. Oh no, it was a story that you went on a yacht and that came up in the proceedings. I think or something like that. That's what it was. Yeah,
Oh my God, that is so true. I forgot about that.
yeah.
Sedano, do you have free time in Miami, or you like going out at night?
No, not
No,
really.
you
I
don't
went
really.
out.
Tearing it
Actually,
up.
you know what? After the game last night, because I did the Miami game
Oh,
last
right.
night.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Amin was in town because he works for Lebitard now,
Right.
and Lebitard Studio is right down the street from where I was staying. And Amin texted me and he said, "I know you're doing the game. You want to meet for a drink after?" And I did. So Amin and I hung out for like 2 hours.
Very
last
nice.
night. Yeah,
Very
been
nice.
a while since I'd seen him.
Yeah. So you don't have a game this week. You're done for the weekend.
Yes, I am done for the week.
Excellent.
I will be back. I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky next week for Boston College, Louisville.
Boston College, Louisville.
I think Boston College maybe plays Florida State.
You're ahead of the game.
I've never been to Louisville.
Oh, John, here's the deal. I went to Kentucky last year. Cappy and I had this conversation. I have a buddy who I grew up with, literally childhood buddy, and he works in the hotel industry. And he works at a big hotel. He's the GM at a hotel right down the street from UK. And that's Lexington.
In Lexington,
so
yeah.
we went to Louisville first. We stayed at the Galt House. It's like the old-timey Louisville hotel. It just got redone. It's great. If you go to Louisville, go with your wife or your buddies, whoever, go on the Bourbon Trail. We did it. Now, we didn't do the whole thing because we had the kids with us, but we went to the kid-friendly ones. And think about like going to Napa, but way more fun.
But with bourbon.
Yeah, with bourbon, right. Way more fun.
All right, here's a stupid question. Is Churchill Downs in Louisville?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We did a Churchill Downs tour, too, which was cool. We had mint juleps. We did the whole shebang there. And then we drove an hour and 15 minutes to Lexington and did on the route to a couple of more bourbon distilleries. And then my buddy lives in Lexington. We stayed there for a couple of days. I really enjoyed Kentucky. I had no idea what to expect. I had only been once for a very brief stay. But the distillery stuff really sold me. It was just a blast. And the kid-friendly ones were great. Although we did arrive at 1 with the kids as we were leaving, and there was a bus of bachelors coming out. And my daughter was like, Dad, are they on a field trip? I'm like, yeah, sort of. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Did you do the thing where you – because I went wine tasting one time and I got blank-faced, right? Because it's hard to keep up. Then the next time I tried spitting it out. You know how they have those spit-out bowls?
Yeah.
Do they have spit-out bowls when you're drinking bourbon? No, you you just got to drink it straight.
So I went in Louisville. They have Michter's. You know, Michter's is one of the bourbon makers, and they have their distilleries in downtown Louisville. It's right across the street from the Louisville Slugger factory. And now theirs is a little more upscale. So the kids can't go upstairs to the bar. So Kelly and I switched off, and we went up to the bar and had a drink. And they had like mixologists. You went up to this bar. It looked like any swanky bar upstairs in L.A. or New York or Miami or Chicago. And the drinks they made us. I'll send you a picture, all of you here, because the drink that I got. It was incredible looking and incredible tasting. It was so good. So, awesome. John, if you like bourbon or you want to give it a try, go to Kentucky for a couple days.
Will do.
Well, and you're saying it right, by the way. It's not Louisville. It's Louisville. Exactly.
I say we go for the Derby next year.
I would be all in for the Derby.
Maybe
I've never been to the
one of
Kentucky
Cappy's
Derby.
horses will be.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. We'll all walk on the track. Well, not you, Mace.
Raging Torrent? Is
Yeah,
Raging Torrent going to be in it?
You won't walk on the track because you bought a massage chair rather than a horse.
There you go.
Yeah, it's true. It'll pay off long term.
It'll
pay off long term. All right, that's it for us. Coming up next for you, lots of stupidity on a football Friday. Everybody is here, Sedano and Cap, and we are back tomorrow at 1. Monday at 1 to celebrate a shocking Rams victory over Frisco. Go Rams! See you Monday, 7:10 ESPN.
Passion, pride, intensity.
LAFC!
It's the fiercest rivalry in Major League Soccer.
I'm going crazy!